Hey guys, this is Impact Hall of Famer Gail Kim, and you are watching the Countdown City WrestleCast.
What's up, heels and baby faces? Welcome to another episode of the Countdown City WrestleCast. It was a long weekend. I'm joined by my beautiful wife, Tina. There's Tommy. And over there is Mike. Follow our Twitter account at @CCG_WrestleCast. Subscribe to the Countdown City Geeks YouTube channel. And you can email us at ccg.wrestlecast@gmail.com. So today we're recapping the entire WrestleMania weekend. Everyone's pretty tuckered out from it.
No,
Okay,
no.
Here we go.
No, Brock, bad touch. Oh, God. Oh.
What the hell, man? I was sleeping.
Are you ready? Get up!
Is WrestleMania over yet?
It's finally over.
Oh, God.
But the pre-show for WrestleMania 36 starts tomorrow, according to Kayfabe News.
Oh, that makes sense. Oh.
Yeah. And then in the middle of that pre-show, the pre-show for WrestleMania 37.
Hey, hold on. Cut the music away. I had this crazy dream that Kurt Angle was in a crappy match. Oh. Oh.
Luckily, it's not his last. Wait.
Sadly, it is.
Well, at least Rey
Sadly,
Mysterio had that really long. Damn it.
Man.
What happened again this weekend?
We're not going to crap on the whole weekend. There was some good
Oh, The Miz won, right?
Yeah.
No.
I think he won.
And we didn't get a black world champion, did we?
But that we did.
Wait, what?
We did.
Black people!
You were awake for that.
Oh, well, so that's a recap show. We just went over everything.
Well, that's all I wanted to talk about. I'll see you guys later.
Well, we're starting with NXT Takeover New York.
Wait.
What?
Did you Lethal win?
No.
We couldn't have two black world champions.
I'm going to
What
go
are you
back
talking
to
about?
sleep.
Then there really would have been a snap that would have taken out half the universe.
Oh, the music playing, of
The
course, is the
balance.
theme song for
Avenge
NXT
the
Takeover
Fallen.
New
It
York.
had to be balanced.
Avenge the Fallen.
But enough talking about
enough-
Batista falling into
dang
the
it.
ring. Sorry.
Beat me to it. It's all right.
How did he do that? He stands still all the time.
Yes. Couldn't see him or John Cena.
Yeah.
Wait, John Cena was there?
Yeah.
You didn't see him? Well, no, wait. Okay.
Wow.
We'll get
Wait,
to
how,
that.
wait, how did Triple
You're
H...
spoiling the whole weekend.
But
for
how did
everybody.
Triple H pin Batista? Oh, okay. Never mind. We'll
I
get to
don't
it.
know.
We'll get to
that.
Yeah.
Was there Ric
So,
Flair
He
somewhere
used
in
the
there?
red power stone.
Yes. The music we're playing here, of course, was the theme for NXT TakeOver New York, and that is where we're going to start our show, recapping the Friday night show. It was actually kind of nice to come home, grab some food, sit down, and watch wrestling on a Friday night with nothing to do the next day. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I look forward to that more, hopefully.
Wrestling.
Wrestling.
The show opened with another
Wrestling.
Viking entrance.
Hashtag
wrestling.
Oh, damn. Wrestling.
The NXT Tag Team Championship, the War Raiders defending against Aleister Black and Ricochet. All of us picked the War Raiders. All of us got it right. And I'm also including Rob on these picks. He did text him while he was watching our episode after uploaded to YouTube.
Before NXT.
Before NXT, he did text us
So
on.
technically it was in time.
Yeah. Some notes I had on this. There was a lot of respect shown between
That match was insane.
Row and
Good
Black.
match, really good
yeah.
match.
It was really... It was that sucked to be the opener for everybody
man.
else afterwards.
Yeah,
Like,
seriously.
damn it!
How about Ricochet's follow-away slam on Hanson?
Yo,
Dude.
bro.
Yeah, I
Dude.
remember
Didn't
that.
see that coming.
No, we haven't gone to the bro match yet. Calm down.
Bro.
That's fair. But I did
Bro.
not know... Bro. I did not know Ricochet had that kind of strength. I really didn't.
The funny moment I remember was when Ricochet and Hanson were in the ring together. It was like, can you believe these are the two high-flying guys on
Yeah.
the team?
So,
Yeah.
when they did that, real quick, because I know we got a lot to cover, but it reminded me of playing basketball in college, because you know all the people I played with.
Yeah.
But I'll just say the names, Randy, Joe, and Armando. So Randy and Joe had to guard each other because they were like taller. So it was me and Mondo, Ricochet, and Hanson.
Yeah.
And we had to guard each other. That's pretty much what it was
Wait,
like.
you played basketball in college?
Not like for the school. Just
Oh,
like,
okay. I was all confused.
in the rec center.
I was
Mike
like,
there playing
Mike,
for the
I never
Rattlers,
knew.
sporting up threes.
Look, St. Mary's is not that good of a school. So
I was like, whoa.
I love St.
I've
Mary's.
learned something new about Mike. I never knew.
Are you kidding me? Mike was out there dunking on all the brothers
like,
and
how come we're not
everything.
coaching
He was
basketball?
like, man.
D2 scholarship.
He was sailed through the air and all the black
D2
guys were just like,
intramural
whoa.
scholarship.
I mean,
What's
they
up?
could literally only pay for $2, but it was. I'm just kidding. I love
He
that.
had to-
I
he
love
had
my
to pay-
alma
Covered,
mater.
that covered
Actually,
a
he had to
page
pay-
in one of his textbooks.
Actually, he had to be in
Bro.
the intramural.
Yeah.
There you go.
Intramural.
Intramural.
A lot of post-match respect, and of course NXT got you got the NXT curtain call for Black and Ricochet. We knew this was it. Ricochet notably was very emotional. So
Aleister Black is hard to get any emotion out of that guy except
No.
for uncontrollable simmered rage.
it's
Actually,
the
yeah,
man stays in character.
Unless Selena Vega's nearby, in which case
I was just gonna say,
yeah. I mean,
except for affection
Actually,
for his new wife.
Yes. Congrats on
Actually,
that.
Lillian Garcia had him on his had him on her podcast. Like I want to say a few months ago.
A couple months ago, yeah.
And he really didn't have any like emotion. It was like,
This
whoa.
is how I am. This is the things that happen. I mean, he's real.
Yeah.
He's kind of real.
He had
When
a
he
lot-
talks, you can
he had
understand
a lot of
it.
things happen to him.
Very intelligent
in his
guy.
past.
Yeah.
That he talks about a little bit briefly in the podcast, but kind of explains a lot of why he's the way he is.
yeah,
Yep.
So
Now the next match, bro.
bro.
North American Championship. Velveteen Dream defending against Matt Riddle. Tommy, Tina, and Mike picked the Velveteen Dream, getting that
This
right.
was an excellent match.
It was
Seriously
great. It was nice to see Riddle
Like
work a full match.
these two
So,
can easily. I mean, I know we say this all the time, but these two can easily be the future of the WWE.
oh, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Just-
absolutely.
Just amazing talent.
And classic rookie wrestler thing. The finish was Dream reversed a submission into
So
a pin.
negative.
Yeah.
So
whatever.
how about Dream's Velveteen Statue of Liberty entrance?
Yes,
That was great.
Any guy I know can pull that off.
I was like the only other person that like you can debate the best entrance of the weekend would probably be Dalton Castle.
yes.
Yeah.
Which is another
Which
show.
has
But
had
Triple H.
everything.
I was jokingly
Oh my
telling
God, please.
I was jokingly telling JC, imagine Velveteen Dream and Dalton Castle a tag team. Imagine the entrance.
There's not enough
with
time in the
Goldust
day.
as their mentor.
There's not enough time
Yeah.
in the day for that entrance because
It'd be
there'd
amazing though.
You know how many
Amazing.
mountains of meat would be carrying them to the ring?
Wow.
Oh, tell me I'm
Exactly.
wrong.
I'm not. You're
Oh,
not.
Lord.
But it'll probably still be shorter than an Undertaker one. So,
No.
Hey-o.
There we
Zing.
go.
And you're not wrong.
Now the WWE UK Championship, Pete Dunne
Oh my God, it was so good.
Jesus
had his
Christ.
685-day reign ended by Walter.
it was a great match. though.
Everyone here except Rob picked Walter and got it right.
I-
Rob went with Dunne thinking he was still going to get it, but man, what a hard-hitting match
I
this
wanted
was.
to be wrong so bad, only because I love Pete Dunne and what he's done for the UK title. Like,
Yes.
but Jesus,
So,
Walter put him through the ringer.
Yeah, but Walter won the title, but I think he lost all functionability of his fingers.
He should have.
Oh my God.
He
yes.
logically should not be able to sign his own checks for
'Cause
like
he
the
was
next
just
3 weeks.
snapping his fingers
He
left
was.
and
all
right.
like-
He was trying to set him up for a super German suplex, and Dunne just grabs his fingers and slams him on the ring post. I was like, are you kidding me? Come on,
that was
man.
I think Dunne is probably the most dangerous wrestler in an actual fight that you'll ever meet. Because like if you
Yeah.
try to punch this
He's
man,
dirty.
if he catches your fist, he'll just like uncurl your fist and just snap your fingers off. So
There was a lot of respect shown to Dunne online, especially on Twitter. Travis Banks tweeted, "Congrats, Walter, but take a bow, Pete Dunne. And on behalf of everyone at NXT UK, thank you for being a great champion and building
Yeah.
the foundations for WWE UK." And then, of course, Dunne himself tweeted, 685 days, left my mark with a record that is extremely hard to beat. Bring on the next chapter.
I just really hope they don't put him in 205 Live.
that's literally what I was going to say next.
I hope
So,
not.
this is-
Now, I think a lot of what these call-ups, there wasn't a whole lot that happened on the Raw and Smackdown after WrestleMania. I think we're going to see that a lot next week with the
with the
Superstar
Shakeup.
Shakeup in Montreal.
I mean, we can get to this next week or later, but do you think there'll be people going to NXT for the first time? Like
Maybe.
I hope so.
potentially.
some of those guys at the bottom who maybe don't get as much.
Yeah,
time and stuff?
you might see. I mean, they could start doing that. You might see people from NXT starting to challenge some of the people up. I really think the Sky Pirates will take on the Iconics at some point for that.
I hope so.
That'd be cool.
Well, let's just go back to that later.
We'll go back to that later. Speaking of the Sky Pirates, the NXT Women's Championship, both Io Shirai and Kairi Sane were in a match against Bianca Belair and the defending Shayna Baszler, and none of us got this right.
None
to our
of us.
surprise, Shayna Baszler retained.
Is it weird that this is like the first, I think one of the first takeovers where I wasn't as into the women's match as I was
No.
everything else? This is like one of the few times I wasn't. I mean, not saying it was a bad match.
It was okay. It wasn't
Yeah.
like amazing like the other matches.
Yeah.
The thing I got from this match, though, is that I mentioned the Sky Pirates, Io Shirai and Kairi Sane. They showed off their tag team work, and I felt like this match really showcased for them what they're capable of in the tag team division for the women.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a team perfect, and especially with the pirate theme of next year's WrestleMania.
I think they teamed
Exactly.
to have Kairi Sane there. So
I think they teamed I think they teamed in Japan before they came to be anyway.
I want people to be careful with that for next year because I feel like everyone's gonna hype it up and I don't always trust WWE.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Negative.
When it comes to WWE, yeah.
He's a scorn. He's
And the
scorned,
Cowboys.
man. He's scorned.
Look, man, fool me once. Fool me 7,940 more times.
Fool me for every day of my life ever since I became a wrestling fan. And wait, who's being shamed at this point? I don't even know anymore.
I mean, it's us, but I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. It's
And then finally, what on our Twitter poll, 68% voted said this was the match of the night.
This was a
Gargano versus Cole.
Jeez.
2 out of 3 falls NXT Championship.
And me and JC were saying this, like the first 2 falls were kind of boring.
They
Like
sadly
slow.
were.
I wouldn't say boring, but slow.
It was a very slow start. First off,
I think they were
myself,
just,
Tina, and
The
Tom
third
did get
match-
this right,
the
picking
third one,
Gargano.
oh.
Yes. I felt like the first 2 falls, they were really working on bringing the crowd back down
yeah.
and then to build them back up for the third fall.
I think that's what I was saying. I think they were just.
job at that.
Yes, they
I think
did.
they were going for the slow burn on purpose because they
Yeah.
knew everyone was hyped up from everything else that night. They were purposefully going for the slow. But this is Cole and Gargano we're talking about. These
Yeah.
guys can take an entire crowd and make them do whatever they want them to. So
yeah, it was, and in the storyline after the Ciampa injury came out, I didn't really pay attention to that last set of tapings when they threw Cole in there.
yeah,
But I thought they were going to kind of continue Gargano's story of like he doesn't know who he is. He keeps going kind of evil, kind of good.
yeah,
But then when it played out, even though I guessed Cole because I thought they were going to do that, I really loved the way it wound up playing out and the way they finished it.
yeah.
Like it was amazing.
and even if Gargano, this might be something you said earlier, if this is like a way of people going down to NXT, in a way Gargano's going down and staying with NXT. Unfortunately, the injury to Ciampa kind of hurt his call-up. And that's fine. He can still build up his championship pedigree, which, by the way, he's the first Grand Slam champion in NXT history.
A lot of that going around this weekend. We'll get to that.
We will get
But
to
yeah.
that. Yes,
Yes.
a lot of Grand Slam championships. But
Actually,
that's not a bad thing. And then this is a prime time. We mentioned it last week. Undisputed Era going up to the main roster. We could see that next week.
Actually, every show this weekend had someone become a Grand Slam champion.
Yes, we did. That's a
wow.
little foreshadowing
Huh.
there. So of course, Ciampa hugs. He's behind me, isn't he? Right? You know.
Yeah,
it's funny.
dude. The last 5 minutes of that match were the most insane I've ever seen in pro wrestling.
Especially when the Undisputed Era started getting involved.
Yeah. I kind of like that they show like Gargano's like with this Iron Man approach, like literally because of his gear and everything. It's like taking like all those finishers and still kicking out.
was amazing.
And Adam Cole has some of the best facial expressions in all of pro wrestling. Just his like anguish, just like no. Why is
As far as our pick results, Rob, you went 1-4, first time picking matches with us. I went 3-2. Mike went 3-2. Tommy and Tina 4-1.
High five.
boom?
That's right.
Golf clap. Golf clap.
Golf clap. That's better than a golf clap.
So here's our WrestleCast ratings now for NXT Takeover New York. 0 to 5. 5 being WrestleMania 17. 0 being December to Dismember. Laughed. Didn't have to do the movie one this time.
Damn it!
All right. Mike, we'll start with you. What is your rating for Takeover?
You know what?
Yeah.
Coming negative Nancy, I'm going 5.
5. All right.
This was honestly, like in all seriousness,
He's trying to be.
this was an amazing show. Like I was captive the whole time, and even saying the women's match was like the least of the 5, it wasn't even a horrible match.
It-
It might have been arguably one of the best women's matches of the weekend, but
we're just
It's
spoiled.
amazing. There's only 5 matches on this card, and you're giving it a 5. Yeah, I agree with
yeah,
that.
but
We're just spoiled with the women's matches now. We could not have said that 10 years ago.
That's true.
but thinking about what I've scored previous takeovers and shows, yeah, I'm gonna go with the 5.
All right.
Nice.
4.75 for me. Wasn't the perfect show, but man, this got the weekend started right.
It did get the weekend started right.
And wow, like we mentioned, that women's match was it was kind of tough to really get into that. There wasn't a whole much of storyline built up. The only thing you had was they're throwing 3 people at Shayna Baszler, right?
Yeah.
That's about it. So, but I like what they set up. There's a good future there. Let's see what Walter does with the WWE UK title now.
I just look forward to hearing his theme song more often. Which
Yes.
I'm sorry, I love that theme. Like it fits him so perfectly with his simple ring gear, his entrance. It's just the greatest entrance one of all time.
All right, Tommy, your rating.
I'm going 4.75 as well.
4.75.
I think it was like it was near perfect. And like I said, the women's match, I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying like for past NXT women's title matches, it wasn't as good. That again, this is not a bad match. It's just that I think that was the one thing that for me that just kept it from almost being perfect. And kind of the slow burn of the Cole Gargano beginning. It was
Yeah.
kind of lackluster, but that was on purpose, and I get that. But like I said, near perfect show and a great way to kick off the weekend.
All right, Tina.
I agree with y'all. 4.75.
4.75.
Same, pretty much same reason Tommy says is yeah, we were a little spoiled with the women's matches, and that one was a good match, but it wasn't like great to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it was like a shocker that she kept it. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little.
So then who else is gonna beat her? Either she's gonna get called up or someone's gonna have to beat
That's
her.
the thing I worry about. If they're going to call her up and she's just going to drop the title, like, I don't need this anymore. I want
Yeah.
bigger, better things.
Or kind of like Paige, when Paige like just relinquished it.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Well,
much.
Paige
so
never lost it.
yeah, like
That's kinda what we're
and
saying.
and
Yeah.
like Asuka, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, that was just it. And then I like the fact that it was only 5 matches because
Yeah.
after that, watching Ring of Honor and then watching Ring of Honor / New Japan and then watching WrestleMania, I am exhausted.
Quite
Yeah.
frankly, they could have put some of the WrestleMania matches on Takeover. Let's just be honest.
Some of them they could have match filler time.
Yeah.
Overall rating 4.8125.
Bringing up the curve.
Not too shabby there, NXT. So NXT said, "Here's what we got."
Are we ever disappointed though with NXT?
Not usually.
No.
Here's what we got. So Ring of Honor New Japan. What do you got? What do you bring into the Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena? And they brought it.
Yes,
They brought it. Now,
I don't think I can grade this one.
lucky for us, we
I don't think I can grade this one because I kind of fell asleep.
again.
Well, I stayed
What
up.
you saw? You saw
I stayed
some
up
good
until
stuff.
what was the last match I saw?
We'll get to that. So I remember.
It was the one right before Jay Lethal, which I was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna make it. No, I didn't make it.
The last one before the Jalito, I think, was the Intercontinental Championship
Naito
match.
and Ibushi,
Yeah.
which
Oh no, I didn't make it to that
top
one
match
either.
of the year
I was
candidate.
like, I didn't make it to that either.
So
It
you-
was a long weekend.
I was really
Yeah.
tired.
You probably made it to
guys.
Tanahashi and Zack Sabre Jr. then.
She
Yes,
definitely
I made it through that one.
Yeah, she loved that one.
Because that
That
was,
one
we'll-
was great.
We'll get to
We'll get
it,
to that
but
quickly.
I can't wait to talk about that one because that shocked me.
Real quickly, the pre-show, we saw the ring. Half the turnbuckles were New Japan style, half a Ring of Honor style. That was
That was
really cool.
so freaking cool. All the
was
little
cool.
touches like that, I just loved.
Yeah. The Honor Rumble, 30-man Royal Rumble style. The winner gets an ROH Championship match title shot. And it, of all people to make a surprise appearance, I thought, okay, King Haku
Was
showed
gonna
up.
was gonna be
Here
it.
comes the great Muda, and oh my God, the pop when he came in at number 30.
I missed that part.
The
Well,
great
technically 31.
yes.
I missed that part. I missed that part because I was putting the kids to bed.
Yes, but you just saw Japanese text under a great Muda, and the crowd just went
And
nuts. Like
I just
unbelievable.
remember like putting the kids to bed and walking back to my bedroom to get the monitor, and I just hear JC go, "Whoa!"
I couldn't believe it.
and I was like,
I thought he was
"Everything
retiring.
okay?" And he's like, "The Great Buddha just came out." I was like, "What? What are you talking about?"
And then
the Rumble. I'm
we
like,
thought
"Oh,
the
okay."
final two was going to be Muda and Liger, and then Kenny King sneaks in and eliminates both of them.
Yeah.
So Kenny King's going to get a future title shot.
And
Well,
guys-
I heard he recently re-signed with ROH, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Not bad.
And by the way, guys, if you have the network, go look up late 80s, early 90s WCW pay-per-views with Muda.
Yes,
As a
please,
young man.
please do.
He was ahead of his time in so many ways.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And brought things to America that fans had never seen. Just a crazy talent.
With that in mind, also, if you can find it anywhere, I don't know if it's on YouTube or wherever, it's Liger versus Jushin Thunder Liger versus Great Muta. It's like almost a mask for mask match, and like Muta rips off Liger's mask, but Liger painted his
Oh,
face
I've heard about this
like
one,
Muta's.
yeah.
Didn't Muda do the same thing once too?
I think he
Like
did the
that?
same thing to some, but for that one, because like the way they sell it is like it's like the biggest deal. Remember how like Triple H sold Cactus Jack debuting?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that big, that's how they sold
awesome.
that. It's
Nice.
just, it's for that moment alone, it's worth watching that match, and it's a great match too. So
Nice.
Now, on to the main show, Never Open Weight Championship versus Ring of Honor TV title.
This
Winner
was a hell of
take
an opener.
all. Mike, what a call. Ride or die, Jeff Cobb. Jeff Cobb is now a dual champion.
Avalanche
beating Will
Tour of the
Ospreay.
Islands or Super Tour of the Islands, whatever you
Yep.
want to call it. That was impressive.
And I couldn't believe that. I was like, what just happened? I was so afraid for my picks the rest of the weekend. I was like, wow, I started this off horrible.
This match, though, was a lot of Ospreay beating up on Cobb. You really think he had this in hand. And then
Yeah.
Cobb out of nowhere hits two, Tour of the Islands, and that's it. Now, Cobb, interesting note, he is the first United States citizen to hold the Never Open Weight Championship.
Yep.
Nice.
So,
And he's already got his match scheduled with Tai Chi. I think Wrestling Dontaku is coming up soon, and Tai
is
Chi
that just for Never Open Weight, or is he also defending the TV title?
just
as well?
Never Open Weight challenge.
Okay, so he's gonna be holding two belts, basically.
because Tai Chi challenged Ospreay when he was never champion, and he was going to have that match if he won at the G1 SuperCard. But since Cobb has it, it's just a never openweight belt.
Okay. Now, we just mentioned this as far as ring entrances go.
Dude, this
Dalton
was
Castle.
Dalton Castle next against Rush.
That was quick.
First off, Castle's entrance had everything.
it was so great.
Came out on a cart. We had peacock feathers from multiple boys out there. We had confetti and lots of boys for Dalton Castle. It had everything.
Context, please.
I
Context.
was say only in wrestling does that make sense.
Doesn't need any context. Just go watch how amazing it was, people.
You go watch the grown man with the boys.
But this
Hello,
was...
I'm Chris Hansen.
Have a seat, please.
Hashtag nailed it.
This was a squash match, unfortunately, for Rush winning.
Whoosh.
Mike and Tommy getting that correct. And I mean, I could have seen him winning. I was just surprised it was a squash. But hey, you
Yeah,
gotta save
that
some
did
time,
shock
right?
me too. But you know,
This has really built up Dalton Castle's frustration since he lost the Ring of Honor championship.
Yeah.
And he's just frustrating. He attacked the boys afterward. Yeah, that's kind of what happened. So now the Women of Honor championship.
Kelly Klein.
Kelly Klein beat defending champion
Boom.
Mayu Iwatani. Tina and Tommy got this one correct. It was a relatively short match, though, for
Yeah, it
some of the
was.
build-up that they had with this.
Yeah.
But what happened afterward is what the surprise, the beautiful people, Velvet Sky, Angelina Love,
Excuse me.
and
The Allure.
the Allure now, they came out and attacked Kelly Klein with the help of Mandy Leon.
yeah, they couldn't call them people.
I'm calling the beautiful people because that's what they're known in wrestling.
Fair enough. Well, it's just like
That's
when,
what it was just them. That's what
but it's just like when Daniels and Kazarian left TNA, they couldn't call themselves Bad Influence anymore.
yeah. That whole thing. Yeah. So
No, it's like
now,
But I like the whole Kelly Klein face turn at the beginning where she sent her team to the back and she actually shook hands with Mayu and everything. And that's why I kind of figured, okay, someone's going to turn heel. I thought it was going to be Mayu and Sumi Sakai, which would have shocked me, but I was like, okay. But then when Sky and Love came out, I was like, oh, crap.
Do you really feel like Sky and Love can hang with some of the Women of Honor, though, in general?
Sky, maybe. I'm not too sure about Angelina Love.
Yeah,
By the way,
it-
she looks like super skinny.
It really just depends. I think that's why Mandy Leon's with them.
That's
I don't
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll like wrestle as much. I think they'll probably build it up around Mandy Leon. Just give her because like Mandy Leon's super likable, so she needs them to help her get over as a heel. I think.
Yep.
As a-
So
As a woman, I just didn't like them coming out in general. It kind of just ruined the moment, I think. And a lot of people have been complaining about that. It ruined the moment. And I was like,
a lot of moments
didn't make-
ruined in this
And
show.
and
Yeah.
at first it didn't even make sense. I was like, what are they doing?
Yep.
yeah.
And then they like put the big A on her head, and I was like, okay, they're
That
just
doesn't mean
bullying her
anything. I
now.
saw that. I was like, oh, anarchy. Hey, shout out ECW.
Well, from
Nice.
what I've heard, 2 words: bully Ray.
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll talk about
But
that
I
because
heard
there's
the-
something later
like-
in the show.
I heard they
Michael-
didn't really like that.
My complaint was just people complaining about Kelly Klein winning. I was like, really? That's the
Oh,
problem.
deserved,
You guys are weird.
Now, prior to that match, we saw that Juice Robinson had been attacked backstage.
Yeah.
And they haven't said who. They're that's kind of something we're kind of
It's bully.
teasing. But Mega Ran came out, did his performance, and you knew Bully Ray was next.
I knew he was coming out the second. I was like, okay, here comes Bully Ray.
So Bully Ray had his open challenge, and out comes Flip Gordon. Really thought this was over, but then this, sadly enough, turned into a 6-man tag
Sadly enough.
street fight. Because Silas Young and Shane Taylor attacked Flip, then Life Flip came out to help Flip, and it was a 6-man tag street fight. Flip Gordon's team won. We all picked Flip Gordon. We all got that right, so I'm going to go ahead and count it.
I count that.
All right.
Well,
So
we all flipped. We all flipped.
We all flipped.
we all
it.
flip for joy.
We all picked the opponent of bully Ray. So
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah. So wasn't who we thought would be, but that's all good.
Yeah.
I didn't pick.
That's okay.
Cool. I'll take it.
You'll take half a credit.
What?
I'm just kidding.
I can be talked into 15.
Now,
So
as far as
one
the
and
ma-
one, I'll be 2 and 1.
as far as the match we all got wrong, the IWGP
Dude.
Junior Heavyweight Championship,
I was so shocked by this.
Taiji Ishimori defending against Bandito and defending against Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee from CMLL is the new IWGP Junior
Tommy
Heavyweight
didn't pick
champion.
Dragon
Can I
Lee?
just
No,
say?
No, I picked-
we
I
all
picked
picked
Ishimori.
Ishimori.
Can I just say that Bandido is now my favorite Hispanic wrestler.
Just from the
Okay.
entrance or just for his moves?
His
everything?
entrance, man,
His
is
entrance
awesome.
is pretty
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, his entrance is pretty awesome.
He is just everything. The
impressive.
whole like gear and everything that he wears is just amazing,
Yeah.
and it's beautiful. And I'm like, dang.
Yeah.
Just that alone, I'm like, okay, I'm a fan of his.
Yeah, I think they're going to do something big with him in ROH. And also, by the way, now Dragon Lee is going to defend the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship at Wrestling Don't Taco as well. New Japan like almost lined up all these matches immediately after the show was over.
Well, they're very good. They're get that stuff in line. So.
Yeah.
Now, on to a match that was very highly anticipated for a while, even though like card subject to change on this one a lot.
Yeah.
A tag team winner take all, the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championships and the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships on the line. Guerrillas of Destiny, Villain Enterprises, LIJ, and the Briscoes.
Yep.
Myself and Tommy picked GOD to win. They did. But sadly, it was overshadowed. Personally, this is a great match.
It was.
I'm not going to take away from that. This was awesome.
PCO's entrance was amazing.
Yeah. Work on your camera cuts on that, by the way, because we saw them setting it up on the stage.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of production issues that need to be worked.
Yeah,
on
there's a few things here and there, camera cuts here and there, director cuts. Comes with time.
Well, we saw the Ring of Honor feed.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that on the New Japan feed.
No, I saw it on the New Japan feed.
So I wonder if they're using the same cameras, but just
might
different commentators.
Yeah.
So it's possible. So it was an awesome match. There's just so much going on with it. High flying of. PCO is just nuts.
PCO, I'm starting to be convinced it actually isn't human. I'm starting to be convinced by this.
He's immortal and he's just testing his limits.
Yeah. And Girls of Destiny's entrance and their entrance video, I was like, when did this happen? This is awesome. I love their entrance.
So of course after the match, Yano, right?
Yano.
He steals the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championship belts
They already have a match scheduled with that.
Yeah, so that was one way to run away. But
and then some scrubs jumped in.
Of course, we're talking about Enzo and Big Cass, and this was kind of weird because they cut away and not really showing them. But
it was weird because
it was obviously a work because security did not get involved.
Well, there was
Bully Ray comes down.
There was some video of like, I don't know if it's Enzo or the Briscoes that were hitting. They were hitting each other for real. Well, it looked like they were hitting each other for real, like punching straight up in their faces. But then you see also like security not doing anything. Cass turning his back on Bully Ray at one point, which I'm like, you don't do that when you're.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is weird.
Mistakes, but why would anyone not punch Enzo in the face for real if they saw him? Like it's pretty punchable.
I agree. At this point, his face is
it's because he's quick.
Right.
He ain't that fast. Anyway,
I'm trying to find. There was a tweet from Tongaloa. He was pretty upset by this. Now,
they were pissed.
This wasn't really a work, obviously. There's no security get involved, and Bully Ray comes out to stop it. It was like I don't know. It took away from the match and from their moment. They had built this up forever. It was supposed to be GOD versus Briscoes originally.
Mm-hmm.
This was highly anticipated. Like one team was going to come out big off of it.
Mm-hmm.
And Tongaloa's one tweet: "F you, real one," talking about Enzo. "F you, big dummy, Cass," and "F you, Ring of Honor."
Yep. There's a video, I think, of the post-match interview where I think Tama Tonga threw the Ring of Honor.
I'm about to play that for you.
Oh, yeah, you are.
I really am. So let me turn my volume up here and make sure everybody can hear this.
What?
Yeah. So this is...
Is this the censored version?
No, it's
probably not. No,
I'll bleep it out on the video.
It's Tama Tonga. He does not have a censored version of anything.
Nobody gives a fuck about no ROH.
Yeah, well, that's the end of it. Here we go. This is Tama Tonga showing up for his post-match press conference, and the first thing he sees is the Ring of Honor Championship belt.
Look at this garbage. Piece of shit.
Beep.
Nobody gives a fuck about no ROH.
Yep.
Huh?
Beep.
Was that a tag team belt or was that?
That was the Ring of Honor tag team belt that he
yeah.
had just won. So while they're still technically dual champions, they're probably just going to throw the Ring of Honor tag team belts in the trash.
Yeah.
And vacate them. So vacant. Congratulations, you're the new Ring of Honor tag team champion.
Yes.
So
Bacon got him back.
That gets a golf clap.
that gets a golf clap. Yes.
Bacon man, you are the hardest working man in show business.
He really
or in
is.
I don't.
wrestling.
Okay.
No, same.
On Enzo and Cass, I don't mind the booking. I wish they wouldn't have done this where they're taking away from the finish from the moment.
it had happened later.
And it is pretty crappy booking. You mentioned the Velvet Sky showing up. From what you understand, what we understand, Bully Ray's the new booker for Ring of Honor.
Or he's part of the committee, or he's one of the head people now.
Yeah.
I mean, I've read some stuff online, and again, I didn't see this full show live. I've read a lot of results, saw a lot of different parts of different matches to kind of get the idea, but I saw a lot of people really complaining that ROH really brought New Japan down in certain ways with this. That New Japan stuff was awesome. It was entertaining. It was well done, and the ROH was just kind of crap. And there a lot of people just kind of saying like the people that are over in ROH are people that have spent time in New Japan, and like the ROH only people aren't doing as good of a job getting over. So I mean that's just stuff I've read.
Yeah, and I read or heard something too about like all the Ring of Honor matches that were like just Ring of Honor matches weren't that great, except for maybe the World Championship.
That was the only one in our Match of the Night nominees.
Yeah, and the other ones were all the New Japan ones were like way better than all of those combined, basically.
Well,
or singular.
And to be fair, and I can see that point because like even you're going up against the New Japan style, which is essentially all about the combat.
Yeah.
American wrestling is more about the theatricality. Japan style is primarily all about the combat more than anything.
Ring of Honor and New Japan blend pretty well, though.
Yeah, they do.
And usually, like Impact, ROH, when they try to be WWE Junior, it never works out.
No,
well for them.
got to be your own
Because
thing.
you don't want to see the second, third best version of that. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Last thing I'll say on Enzo and Kaz. Enzo, I'm actually happy to see him back in wrestling. It was kind of crappy the way he got. I know you're not, but I mean, he's got a lot to learn.
Yeah.
It was crappy the way he got out because he was innocent.
Yeah. I mean,
as far as Cass,
that's something different.
As far as Cass, he's a piece of shit. You don't put your hands on a woman, and that's all I'm going to say about it. Yeah. So, British Heavyweight Championship. Myself and Mike picking Zack Sabre Jr. getting this right. Zack Sabre Jr. defending against Hiroshi Tanahashi.
What did you say in the predictions, JC? You got to keep the belt on the British guy.
You got to keep the belt on the British guy. Exactly.
I thought the Japanese guy was going to win it. Leave me alone.
I just thought it was funny.
To be fair, I would have picked Zack.
Yeah, I mean.
So that's another one. So 3-1.
This is the year of Sabre.
What's this math now?
I don't know the other guy. That's the
Oh, speaking of.
Wait, can I change my picks afterward too?
No, you have to be married to.
Actually, you know what? Wow.
I mean, should we go there?
Oh Lord.
I mean, you had him, but no, you don't.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I feel so left out. I'm so alone.
Oh man.
Don't worry, Tommy.
20+ years, but that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm the one with the ring.
I mean, I'll ring.
That's for your wife.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Mine's better.
This is the best show about wrestling ever.
Yes.
Mine's prettier and more expensive.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, submission match. Zack Sabre Jr. I
Do I need to switch again?
I think I said this before Wrestle Kingdom. This is going to be the year of Sabre. So it was definitely pretty much showcased there.
And I have something about upcoming title match he has, but we'll save that for in a second. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
What
Do I need to switch seriously?
All right. Now, the match that won our Match of the Night poll, Tetsuya Naito defending his Intercontinental Championship against Kota Ibushi.
This match.
We all picked Ibushi, all got it right. 50% of the voters on our Twitter poll picked this as Match of the Night. Definitely was, man. So,
by the way, Naito is a sick son of a bitch. He really is. Every time he looked like he was about to kill Ibushi, he started smiling like a maniac. Like, yeah, he's gonna die now. I was like, whoa, Naito. Tranquilo, bro. Tranquilos.
I hope this is a long run for Ibushi because, man, he showcased what he can do in this match.
Wait, what'd you say?
What?
Tranquilo.
Oh, tranquilo. Got it.
Tranquilo. Okay.
Yeah, I
think
think
make fun of his Spanish.
Yeah, make fun of my Spanish. I don't care.
I mean, I didn't have to. I don't have to. He's not Hispanic. You're Hispanic.
Go ahead, Mike. You want to say something?
I mean, I was just going to talk wrestling, but that's cool. You need to talk about people. No, I think now with Ibushi kind of separated from Omega and the Golden Lovers thing that was kind of centered for the last couple years. Like I mean, he's super talented. He's like you said. Hopefully, it's the beginning of a long run because
kind of like Marty Scurll, like we were saying.
Yeah, no,
before.
exactly. Yeah.
I went to sleep at this point. I'm sorry, guys. I just couldn't make
It
it.
was a long day on Saturday for us.
It was a long day for us.
So what's going to happen again? Wrestling Don't Talk. I think it's Wrestling Don't Talk for this one. Zack Sabre Jr. is now getting a shot at the Intercontinental Championship. It's going to be him versus Ibushi because during the New Japan
title.
Whoa.
I think it's just for the Intercontinental title. I think, but it's because that during the New Japan Cup, Sabre actually beat Ibushi. That's how he advanced. So now, because of that, he's getting a title shot. So you could be Zachy 2 belts pretty soon.
Wow. Champ.
All
right. Ring of Honor World.
Wait. Did you just say Zachy 2 belts?
Yes, I did.
Belts.
He used to be Zachy 3 belts.
let's keep. You're taking Becky's
ROH
thing now?
World Championship ladder match. Jay Lethal defending against Matt Taven and Marty Scurll. We all got this wrong. Tina picked Jay Lethal. The rest of us picked Marty Scurll.
Ride or
And
die.
Matt Taven,
Ride or die.
with a purple ladder,
That was a good match.
became a Grand Slam champion in Ring of Honor, winning the Ring of Honor World Championship.
Well, I'll say what. Other than that, Jay Lethal didn't win, but the Kingdom.
The Kingdom.
Yeah, the
yes.
Kingdom. I can't say
This was the Kingdom's night.
I can't say Taven hasn't earned it. I really can't,
No.
because after
You picked him to win at the 17th anniversary.
yeah, after he has been through everything else, so like everyone leaving and him staying, like a lot of guys,
Yeah.
and just reforming the Kingdom with a whole new stable, which worked surprisingly well. Yeah, why not? He's earned
So,
it.
JC, this has nothing to do with current members of the Kingdom or anybody in Bullet Club now. But can you put that video from All New Japan where Maria taunts Carl Anderson?
I'll
and
see if I
tries
can
to,
find it.
Distract him.
Yeah, I'll see
I
if I
mean,
can. It's a great
Kingdom
video.
related, right?
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
Kingdom related.
it's Kingdom related, and I'm sure we can find it if we look hard
And the
enough.
connection, she congratulated him
I was
on
about to say
Twitter.
that.
Yes,
She did.
That's the connection. That's why
I
that
was like,
video.
damn it! I was about to say that. Yeah, she did.
That's why the video
So
was
did-
playing
so
behind
did,
the
I'll
uh,
find the tweet and put it
I,
up
I
here.
was honestly just trying to save and connect it somehow so it was relevant.
So there's. So did
Just
Mike-
want to give a
so
reason
did
for
Mike
me to put
Bennett,
Maria
so-
up there. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Great camera shot at the end of this, which was a great match, with a great camera
Yeah.
shot of Taven standing on the ladder with the belt, and in the background it said Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena in the
And
background.
again,
So-
another guy smiling like a maniac when he won the world title. It's like,
Yes.
jeez Louise. It was like,
Wouldn't
it's like,
you be happy winning it?
Yeah, it's true.
Man.
Yeah,
And
that ladder match was brutal too.
And
That
congrats to like pretty much everyone. This match and the next match, first like non WWE wrestlers in so long to headline a pro wrestling a show at Madison Square Garden.
non-WWE World Championships too.
Yeah, exactly. Then on to the main event. Jay White defending against Kazuchika Okada. Mike and Tommy picking this one correctly for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Jay White kicked out of one of one.
Shut up. He's
Just
still
saying.
lost 5 times.
Fine. He
Five
lost.
times.
I picked Okada.
No?
I picked Okada.
You picked Okada.
He's like,
I'm not gonna lie. I really don't remember that.
Nailed
he
it.
was like, who did Tommy pick?
That probably was how I did.
That
it.
probably was how it
I
went
think
down.
that's how
Go,
you
go
won.
back to the
pretty
footage,
sure.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
go
That
back
was 2 weeks ago. I'll have to go back.
Okay, I don't. I don't know who those two are.
You know,
But as soon as Tommy said Rainmaker, I was like, oh, that's what his name is.
Yeah.
So
his nicknamer was.
This is the
Finisher.
shirts he always wears on the
Yeah.
show, which you're not wearing
I
today.
have not worried
And I was like,
today.
oh,
I
if
had
I
to
would have
watch.
known, if I
Look,
would have known that, I would have picked that guy too.
none of them were clean. I had to wash. So, and I'm buying another one. After Saturday, I'm buying another Rainmaker.
Shout out Tekken
Oh.
7. King has a customizable costume
Yes,
that
he
is
does.
actually
That-
Okada's Rainmaker outfit.
Are you
And,
serious?
Yes,
and then
yes.
his rage art, it changes when he wears that outfit to the Rainmaker.
Speaking of
Yeah.
t-shirts,
Yeah.
I'm gonna backtrack real quick. The new Johnny Gargano t-shirt. Oh my god.
Johnny Take.
That actually
Johnny
is-
Champion.
Johnny
that's a
Champion,
nice shirt,
and
actually.
then the N, it spells out NXT
This whole
going
weekend
down.
makes me just want to buy some new
Awesome.
Get on
shirts.
WWE Shop and get it quick because it's like almost $30 and probably worth it. So
So
Well, right now it's buy one get one for $1.
real quick story about
Shit, we gotta get on that.
about the White Okada
Bring it
match.
back.
So but by the time it ended, it was like what 11:30 here. Like
Yes.
I think so.
So like around 11:25, I'm in my room screaming my head off and waking up everybody in the house to the point. And then when the final 1, 2, 3, I yelled and threw myself backwards, like almost breaking my chair and landing on. I don't even know what I landed on my bed. I was just like so freaking happy. And my mom was like, "So your guy won?" And I was like, "Yeah, it was pretty awesome."
Becky 2 belts.
That's
t-shirt.
another. Oh, that's a good
Two
shirt. Oh,
belts.
dang.
Two belts.
W-
Dude, I'm gonna go
Shop.com.
broke getting these shirts, and I will.
What do you mean belts? They're titles. Belts hold up your pants.
And the black guy.
I mean,
Anyway.
the man is saying it.
Wait, I can make some money off it. Yeah, whatever.
Some
Call-
other
call
notes
them
on this match. The
Two
crowd
chain-
was definitely behind Okada, and Okada finally got his hands on Gato.
Yeah, dude.
Long time coming. So yes.
I don't know any of these people.
Okay. As
It's cool. I watched part of it and I was like, okay, now I know who this guy is. Now if we have another one of these, I can be like,
JC.
oh, I know
Tommy,
that
we
guy.
need your New Japan login so that we can start.
I will. I can help you out.
Let
with that.
Tommy rate it first.
Let Tommy rate it first. Okay.
Yeah.
This whole show, or
Just so we can copy Tommy's rating.
Yes.
I don't get a rating because I didn't watch the whole thing.
Well, you did go 1-1 on your picks. We'll count that.
But I mean the rating. I'm not going to rate it.
Yeah, you can rate it if you want from what you've seen. I went 4 and 6.
That doesn't make sense.
Mike and Tommy went 6 and 4. If you don't want to give a rating, that's fine. You
No.
don't have to.
And I thought it was going to be a Villain Enterprises night. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did too.
Wasn't-
So Tommy, you can give your rating first. We don't need to go this way, but go for it.
I will go 4.75.
Just as good as Takeover.
Yeah,
Okay.
and reason is for a lot of reasons. For one, like I know some people complain about like the matches and everything, but let's just keep in mind one thing: they pulled off a sellout show in Madison Square Garden the same weekend as WrestleMania. All of those things prove that New Japan and Ring of Honor are a force to be reckoned with. Yes, they'll make mistakes. I've never claimed to say ROH is perfect or New Japan. They can make mistakes. New Japan took them a while to get back to where they were. The Tokyo Dome show used to not be the mainstay it is now. It used to be like, we've got one more time to get this right, and if we don't, we're out of business. And they did get it right with guys like Tanahashi and Okada. This show proves that they are, that they're on the right path. They'll make mistakes. Every company does. Some companies learn from it. Some do not. WCW. And they'll get better. So I'm hoping that maybe they'll do it again next year. And they can get back to Madison Square Garden.
I mean, they even had NXT had to move days.
I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
NXT had to move, and this was going head to head with the Hall of Fame.
Which is which is funny because usually they're like, they don't care, they'll go head to head with New Japan and Ring of Honor, but this show was like, it was
when
so
you
big
sell
they
out the
couldn't.
Garden, you have to move it. Yeah,
The show was so big that they couldn't even try. They knew better.
My rating is 4.5. We mentioned it. Some of the Ring of Honor matches were a bit lackluster, and I don't know. Some of the production was a bit down. This and that here. I was a little disappointed that Dalton Castle and Roosh didn't go longer.
Yeah.
Same with Mayu Iwatani, Kelly Klein, but those could have been better. I mean, you did sell the Garden. You did some amazing stuff. The Cass and Enzo thing really took away from that moment, and that really did suck.
Yeah.
So, and then of course the Allure thing. I feel like you could have maybe saved that for a TV taping. Just my thing. But, they really want to start that as a heel. I get that. But then that's another thing. The only thing that New Japan did to advance the storyline was that guy stealing tag team belts. That's about it. So
I think, like I said, it took away from the women's.
having the Allure? Yes.
Well, because it was the only women's match.
That's true.
And
That's
then
true.
you have them come out and do all this stuff, and you're just like, really, like.
Well, yeah. Well, New Japan doesn't usually set up the very next matches during a show anyway,
show,
because I mean, and usually when they do something like that, it's a guy like Yano who will do something sneaky like steal belts or something like that
In a comedic way.
Yeah. Like he's about the one who can get away with that
Yep,
because he's such a jokester in the first place. So they're expecting it. Like the only time they've ever really done that during a major show, actually was Okada when he came back as the Rainmaker. It was at Wrestle Kingdom. Tanahashi had just defended the title, and he basically came out and said, "You're a great champion. I'll take it from here. So I'll be taking that belt off your hands now." And everyone was like, "Who the hell is this guy?"
Mike, what's your rating?
4.625.
You son of a sneaky.
That's the average. Fool.
I think that's probably why you did that.
Math. Also, by the way,
It's,
it
4.625 overall.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Wait, did you watch the whole show?
Yes. Did you?
No, I'm
Well,
truthful.
I didn't ask you. I was truthful earlier. She doesn't listen to me. I literally explained how I did it.
Just watch some highlights here and there.
Yeah,
But
man.
That's
Seriously.
not watching the whole show.
By the way, it's also worth adding that when this show's tickets went on sale, the elite members were still under contract.
True.
And they left since then. And I think it's worthy to say, they pulled off a show. The elite has a huge following, and obviously that was a big reason it initially probably got American sales. But what they were able to do and keep with it once they left, and they didn't have that Young Bucks Kenny draw with their still really impressive. So I think that's worth noting.
No Jericho either, too.
Or
We forget.
Jericho,
So
yeah.
I think one other thing they did was when all that was really starting to go down, like January 4th at the Tokyo Dome, like immediately after that, that's when they start saying, New Japan especially. I mean, that's when you move Jay White in there with the Bullet Club. Just get all these things going. Naito and Ibushi, and especially Ibushi not signing with AEW. I think that was a major. And like I said, that's why he's the Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah,
New
it's a
Japan
bit
said,
of a reward, so.
New Japan said, "Oh, thank God you're staying here, Naito. Go lose to him." Hey, okay. And then Naito's like, "Okay, fine." Naito does sleep through meetings, like for real. I think there's like just Naito, you're gonna lose the belt. Okay.
So G1 SuperCard came out. Hey, that's what we got. WWE, your granddaddy of them all. What have you got? It was WrestleMania day. So
By the way, I love this song. Like when I heard it was a theme song, I was like, I actually love this song.
What a night. What a long night. And we had 4 matches on the pre-show.
Give me the green. Oh wait, this
Oh,
one.
That's the wrong one.
I know.
starting with the Cruiserweight Championship. Buddy Murphy defending against Tony Nese, a.k.a. Tony Abs. Everyone but Tina picked Tony Nese and got that right. So, congrats to Tony
At some
Okay, you
point.
had to look at me when you said that.
I had to. Hey, respect for writing or
Ride
dying
or
with
die.
that. Yes. Myself, Tommy, Mike, and Rob picking Tony Nese.
I mean, again, it had to happen at some point.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, I
I
did.
mean, be nice to me. I picked your girl's fiance.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I'd
I'm
be
gonna point.
nice to you. I'm
I'm
not
gonna
saying
point that
anything
out.
bad.
I'm gonna point
I
that
thought-
out.
I
That's
thought-
their fiance.
Yeah,
I thought Gail Kim's husband was a cook or something.
Oh my god.
That's her husband.
Nailed it again.
That's her husband. Nah.
Anyway,
Talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Alexa Bliss's fiance is Buddy
I
Murphy.
just got a text from Homicide.
Oh.
Ghost Stroh's Homicide. He's kind of upset
Sure,
because the
name
Astros
dropper.
just beat the Yankees.
Yes, we're talking about homicide. From,
Sorry.
Like the
I give him-
The homicide.
from
Yes.
Impact.
Yes.
Yeah, we hang out with wrestling. Okay, Jason.
Hey,
Well, he
we
texts-
talk
he
baseball.
texts
so-
wrestlers.
All right,
Ghost
JC and
Stroh's-
Tommy and Tina. do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, okay.
I don't. He talks to him.
Anyway, the Women's Battle Royal was next. First of all, these first 2 matches were just network pre-show. These weren't even on the USA part. So USA Free TV did not get to see these 2.
Boo.
The Women's Battle Royal, none of us got that right. The winner turned out to be Carmella.
Kind of boo on that
Dang
one.
it!
'cause
I was kind of
like
hoping
Carmella.
Sarah was gonna win, and then I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
And Ember Moon came back, so that was
Yeah,
cool.
that was
but
cool.
Remember, did come
She
back.
had a couple versions of the Eclipse from different ways. That was
Kyrie
cool.
Sane hitting her elbow in the match
Yeah,
too. That was
yeah.
kind of cool to see her as well. So
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
Battle Royal, just let's throw people on there. Now, basically,
They made Dana look strong too.
they did.
Yeah.
She got some cheers too. That was good.
The match of the pre-show, and this one was added after we recorded, so we didn't get a pick in on this one. The Revival defending the Raw Tag Team Championship against.
Excuse me. As soon as it was named, I sent in to the messenger. I pick Ryder and
Doesn't count.
Hawkins.
Ah,
I
Jesus.
sent
Oh,
it in.
God.
Check the messages.
Just trying to
buddy.
boost your win record here.
I picked them. Look at the message. Just say.
Okay,
we can't go
Mike
back,
gets
sorry.
a shits and giggles point for picking Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. Kurt Hawkins gets the pin, ending his 285 match losing streak.
I love how he got the pin and didn't know what happened.
Yeah.
That was the best
Zack
part.
Ryder now won 2 titles at a WrestleMania.
Yep.
Yes.
Actually, it's true.
And
That
he
is
still
true.
kept this one so far.
He has
Yeah.
kept this one. How about
He
that?
broke the curse.
Broke the curse so far.
Well, more like Kurt Hawkins Booker, but
Whatever.
Well, he broke his curse.
He broke his curse. That's true.
Curses were broken. Let's just say that.
And we were talking about it the night of the show. Shout out to Hawkins' gear to look like a New Jersey Jets kind of uniform.
Yes.
Yeah, that was really cool.
And even you said he even had the
C-U-R-T.
RT,
Kurt. Yes. Very cool. And then, of course, Zack Ryder, his gear was actually a throwback to Christian's.
Yes, I saw that later. I didn't realize
What?
it.
Yeah, Christian.
not notice
Christian's
that?
WrestleMania 20. No,
WrestleMania 20. It's on Twitter, but Zack
gotta
Ryder,
see that again.
Zack Ryder
Yeah.
idolized Christian, so Christian
Okay.
kind of helped design
I'm gonna
that.
go look for it right now.
Go look for it. There's a great picture of Christian with like side by side, and
That's pretty
Christian.
cool.
And
sends
then
us
on
congrats.
top of that,
Look up Christian's
on
Twitter.
the inside of the
Christian's
jacket
Twitter?
he came
Yeah.
down in, he had one of the old Dolph Ziggler Zack Ryder stickers.
Nice.
Y'all
Oh,
remember
he did?
that
I didn't
from
remember
years ago?
that.
He
Wow.
said a lot of the stuff on his gear was just different points of his career.
Yeah.
So that's why
Wow.
this one meant a lot to him. Yep. Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Mike and Tommy picked Braun
oh,
Strowman.
that's cool.
Yeah,
Sorry, I just saw it.
I'll put the picture up here. Yeah. Mike and
That is
Tommy
cool.
picked Braun Strowman. Got that right. Of course, it came down to Braun Strowman against Michael Shea and Colin Yost. And
That was funny.
there's a hilarious video on Twitter. WWE posted it of Michael Shea and Colin Yost when they were hiding under the ring. They were recording themselves and just freaking out every time someone was taking a bump above them. It was hilarious.
Ah,
gotta be weird.
Who could blame them for that?
Yeah, it was humorous. It was the free
Yeah.
TV part. So now we get to the main show.
Oh, by the way, before we go over, we were saying, the Revival and the Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins were the match of the pre-show.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dash Wilder for giving that
Yeah, I didn't
That
want to give
kid
that.
or guy.
Whatever.
I didn't want to give that guy any publicity.
No, I know. I don't
but
want to say his name. I'm just saying, like, he knocked him out, man.
Let's face it, Dash Wilder and Travis Brown are forever going to be faces in WWE,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
hands down.
Yeah.
Don't jump.
They
a rail.
did get a really good pop when they walked out. So I
Don't
was
jump
like,
a rail at a wrestling show. You're fair game.
Yep.
That's all I gotta say, even if it's a Hall of Fame ceremony. Now,
That's
the only thing I'll
all
say
through history.
with the Hall of Fame, I like the setup that they had.
Yeah.
and I really hope this incident didn't deter them from taking that away.
Yeah, same here.
I'm a little worried about that.
Me too.
But
I don't know. I mean, they make money off the tickets for the fans. So
I mean, that's the whole point of the Hall of
won't,
Fame. Yeah, I get that.
But I wouldn't mind if it was just like
on a stage,
friends and family, and
on the floor. You mean?
Because
make it a bit more formal too.
But their
like,
chants also take away at times.
Yeah,
like, not just the person who got involved. Like they start chanting. Like what was it? Cena was talking or something. Yeah. One of them, and like they started chanting, and it just kind of takes like it's not a wrestling show. You know, it's meant to honor these people. And
yeah.
I don't know, but they make money, so
they still pay a lot of. They pay a lot of money though.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
what I mean.
You know,
so they're not going to get rid of it.
No, of course not.
Of course, that's just another way they make money on the weekend. Yeah. So now we had Hulk Hogan call out the Silver Dome as a joke coming out for the show.
That was funny.
And then screwing up the actual name of the stadium.
We were all at the house like, did we like him again?
JC, your amazing host brought out Hogan again. Woohoo!
Yeah, I know. Hey, let's put together a great wrestling.
And I was okay with it. I didn't care.
Yeah.
Which part?
And then I love
Hogan.
And then I love Paul Heyman just walking by. I'm like, whatever.
That was cool.
And
Hogan wasn't ready for that.
And I freaking knew it. When Heyman walked out there, I meant to, you know what the funny messed up part was? I meant to say that last week when we were talking about it. I was like, I bet money that Heyman's going to interrupt and start the show when you first started. And I meant to say that, and I forgot about it. When he walked there, I said, I freaking knew it. I knew that was going to happen.
He basically said, if we're not last, we're not hanging around. Let's
Shits and giggles point for Tommy.
Shits and giggles point for Tommy.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Whoa. We're just giving points out now?
Shits and giggles points.
Exactly. So they mean nothing.
It's like who's lying anyway. The points don't matter. Yeah, so.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Rob was the only one.
You get a point.
Rob was the only one to pick Lesnar. Got that wrong. The rest got it right. Picking
God,
Rollins.
he got that wrong. I was so freaking happy.
Much before the match
Three
even started.
curb stomps. Three
curb stomps to do it after the match officially started.
And a low blow.
Yeah. The whole time.
Wait, Nakamura.
Yes, he gets Nakamura.
The whole time Brock was beating up Rollins.
Bing, nailed it.
The whole time Brock was beating up Rollins before the match officially started, I was just like waiting. You know what? They're going to get in the ring, and Seth's going to look at him and be like, Brock, I didn't hear no bell.
Yeah.
That would have been perfect.
Look, I don't want to help Brock win any more titles, but if that dude just got a cup, he would be unbeatable.
Unbeatable.
We'll
Yeah,
go with that.
Oh, whatever.
Hey, don't mess with the Tina-isms. I'm just kidding.
Daniel Cormier was happy to see Brock get his butt whooped, and as long as WrestleMania was, I'm pretty sure Brock left the stage, left the arena, got on a plane to Vegas, and probably landed before the show was over.
Right.
Probably. Yeah.
I believe that 100%.
I do too. Actually.
Even midnight in Vegas by the time.
Yeah. Now,
probably had a G6 waiting for him.
Next match was AJ Styles versus Randy Orton. Jericho was the only one to pick Randy Orton. The rest of us got AJ Styles, and we all got that right.
It was a good match, though.
It was a great match.
That was a solid action.
Oh, except Randy got on his Twitter and Instagram and said that he apologized to all the fans because apparently there was some yellow light.
Yeah. There was some bad lighting issues earlier in the show that they did get corrected.
So people couldn't see the match.
Yeah, if you were like in the nosebleeds in one section, there was just some bright lights that were shining. You couldn't even see the ring.
That sucks.
And it sucks. So
apparently they have this trouble at the outdoor stadiums because some people were saying it happened at 33 when they were in Orlando. Or was it a couple years ago?
Yeah, Orlando was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason why when we went to WrestleMania, I was like, okay, I need club level. I want to see the ring. I don't want any lights in our way.
Yeah.
So, and
but it was closed. Well, they closed it.
It was closed, but you never know what kind of lights WWE brings. They're trying to light up certain ways, that sort of thing. And then, of course, if you're sitting at a corner when they put that scaffolding up, obstructed view, that sort of thing. So, now, great match. This was a match of the night nominee. It didn't win, unfortunately. We'll get to that later. The SmackDown Tag Team Championship match was next, a fatal four-way where the Usos...
This was one of my matches of the night picks, actually.
Tommy was the only one to pick the Usos to retain, and they did. So, Mike went right or die with the bar, and the rest of us picked Aleister Black and Ricochet, who had a great showing in their first WrestleMania. So.
Yeah.
And now I need Sheamus versus Ricochet on a show at some point.
Yeah, I do need those two to go one-on-one with each other. By the way, how long did he spin him? I kept forgetting to count.
We'll have to count.
I don't know.
That was like a solid 2 minutes at least.
There was a great tweet somebody put up, says, my brain at 3 a.m., and you just saw that craziness going on with the spin.
And Sheamus is
freaking
just taking
Sheamus
people
is
out.
just
That's-
taking people out.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
I really do love the bar. Like,
The part was awesome.
I remember I was telling them during the show. I can't remember if I talked to someone who wrestled Cesaro or I read an interview. I know so many wrestlers I can't keep track anymore. And they said like when they take that spin, all they do is they shut their eye, they squeeze them closed, and like just do not look at anything. That's how they keep from being dizzy. They just cannot open their
I
eyes
was
for
thinking-
crap.
my first
Because
thought
the
is, like-
second they do, they say that it's over. We have to shut our eyes for everything we've got.
Yeah.
My only thought is like, what does Cesaro do? Because Cesaro's just like, ugh, he just shook it off and he's like, okay.
That he's not human. He's Swiss
No,
Superman.
no, he's not.
It's just
It's amazing.
between him and PCO. It's like neither of them will die. It'll just be like the
And-
end of times. Them and the cockroaches.
Apparently, the only kryptonite for Swiss Superman is Vince's booking.
That's literally it.
It's the breast.
Oh,
ring.
the
brass
brass wrong. This is-
The Hall of Fame 2019 class was introduced.
that was fun.
Great to see Natty out there with her Uncle Brett. And, of course, DX. Everyone's out dressed all formally. And here comes DX
Here
in
comes
jeans and
DX.
T-shirts. And X-Pac forgetting that they're supposed to pose.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was hilarious. I couldn't stop
Oh,
laughing.
everybody's like,
Which,
Come
by the
on.
way, the DX induction, acceptance speech for the Hall of Fame was hilarious. So
Yeah.
go check it out from the Hall of Fame ceremony. Definitely worth it.
Don't worry, Billy. It happens to guys already.
Yes. Some pot shots at AEW, but hey, let's see what AEW does, right?
like
you can't say Vince McMahon.
Can't
the-
say Vince McMahon. We can't
But
say
the
that.
funny
Thank you.
part about that was
So
I
we
was
can't
like
leave Vince McMahon?
I was like Turnabout's fair play. You guys have been taking pop shots. You can't get mad at them when they do it back.
It's all in good fun.
Yeah.
I don't
Yes,
think they
yes.
really-
I don't think really. I think fans make more of it than they actually. I think both companies are just like, okay, they exist.
Yeah.
You saw all the articles the next day. Triple H shoots hard. on
Of
it.
course,
Yeah,
Triple H
it's
did it
like-
because he
it's
knew it
like-
was going to happen. you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
To me, like Triple H is like,
But
they're a
li-
company.
The best line was Shawn Michaels saying, "Billy Gunn, I'm glad you're here. Good to see that you're all in."
I like Triple H and Shawn with the glasses. on
Yes.
each other.
That was awesome.
Like there was no way that they all talked backstage. Like there's no way they weren't going to do this. Like they probably just limited how many jokes can we make about All Elite before we
Because
get out
even
there.
after that, Billy Gunn was like, you know what, he can't fire me now. And they're like, you know what, he's probably going to buy that ring.
Because-
Yeah.
just fire you again. I love how he stopped. Was like, oh yeah, he would too, wouldn't he?
On to one of the more highly anticipated great build-ups for the night.
This
The
actually really
Falls
was a
Count
good build-up.
Anywhere. The Miz versus Shane
Oh my God,
McMahon.
this is so good.
This lived up to the hype.
All of
JC,
us picked the Miz and got it wrong.
Put that picture up there.
Which
You
one?
know what I'm talking about. Put it up there.
Which
The
one?
video?
His dad.
Oh my
Dad.
gosh. Which meme do you want, or just the
The
picture
most
of him up
powerful
there?
anime
Your
character.
choice.
Let me write this down.
Editor's choice.
There's the most.
Editor's choice,
There's
okay.
one that's the most powerful anime character. There's one made of him in Sub Zero, like from like Mortal Kombat 3. You know, of the face off
Oh,
screen.
yeah, the face-off screen.
That's a great one. There's one of him face to face with the Undertaker from Raw on Monday.
Look,
I
Tommy,
just wrote picture of Mr. Miz. I got to look for that in
I
post-production.
also am surprised no one has gone Ellsworth and put the picture up with any man with two hands has a fighting chance.
Yeah, I'm surprised no one did that.
And
Yeah,
I'm gonna
you're
put
right.
Mr. Miz against Braun Strowman. We'll see how that happens.
Touch these hands.
My gosh,
This was a hell of a match.
this
was-
was
that
a
was
hell
a-
of a
yeah.
match. They fought everywhere. I mean, I thought Shane was gonna. I mean, granted, we saw Shane take a bigger fall off the cell.
yeah,
with
but
32,
see,
but
on,
still
on the cell, like I was pretty sure there was
crash pad.
a crash
Yeah.
pad under the announce table that deflated as he hit it.
Yeah.
The one bump he took onto the golf cart top and then fell to the ground.
Yeah.
Like I don't
Yeah.
think he meant to fall to the ground. It just he bounced. And
He
like,
pretty much
Yeah.
did, yeah.
Jesus.
And then, hey, you never see the hard cam guy on camera. There he was.
Yeah,
He was like trying to hide. He was like, oh.
He's like, oh wait, I'm
all those
behind the
Doritos
camera.
and-
he's like, I took this job
Yeah.
specifically to
At
never be
WrestleMania-
seen.
Shoot, if it
WrestleMania-
was me, I would have been like,
Yeah, at WrestleMania,
Mom!
they set up a scaffold for the hard cam, and
behind the two wrestlers while they're fighting.
that superplex off the hard cam,
That
but
was
it
pretty
ended
cool,
up being that's how Shane happened to pin the Miz
which
after Miz beat
we
up
were
on
all
him.
saying like, how do you know his shoulders are down?
I
Like,
mean,
They
But
were
you were
kinda-
making jokes. Can you pin in zero gravity if it's falls count anywhere?
like, could you just push him against the wall and his shoulders are against the wall?
Actually, that does count.
yeah.
It counts if you
think
do
I have
that.
seen
And
a
plus,
I've seen like that.
you just crashed through something. That surface is not solid.
not flat,
Like,
yeah.
Exactly.
That made no sense, but I was like, okay.
Man, when
but it
you-
was really
When
good.
your family owns the company.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's the best in the world.
The
my
Miz's
best
shoulders,
in the-
the Miz's shoulders were on the pieces that were broken that were still. That's why.
Yep. Now I got a
Hashtag
funny
physics.
story when we were watching this. The next match, the women's tag team championship. So Everyone's making their introduction. Boston Hug Connection, although Sasha wasn't too happy when she was making
Yeah,
entrance.
I'm the one that told you. Like, I noticed when we were watching it that
Yeah.
Sasha doesn't look very happy. Like, she usually is like super animated and like happy with Bailey. And Bailey was still her happy-go-lucky self, but she was just like, okay, I guess, sure.
Yeah.
And I was like, they're gonna lose because she's not happy anymore.
Tommy and Tina picked them. I picked the Divas of
And
Doom.
I was like, damn it, can I change my pick?
Jericho, Mike, and Rob picked the Iconics, and then Nia Jackson, Tamina came out. Nobody
I
picked
think
them.
she might have been upset because the wacky waveable
Inflating tube in.
suffered from some Billy Gunn. So.
Oh, well. Anyway, when the Divas of Doom came out, they were wearing Heart Foundation style jackets.
Those were so cool.
And then Brett came out wearing his Heart
And
Foundation
then everybody,
jacket.
everybody at the
Everyone's
house.
yelling at me, JC, can I change my pick? Change my pick. Nope. Ride or die with Divas of Doom. I was wrong. And Mike, Jericho and Mike, thank God I didn't let you change your
Yeah,
pick
no
because
kidding, right?
Mike, Jericho, and Rob picked the Iconics and got it right after they stole a pin from the Divas of Doom.
I am happy
Classic
I was
heel.
wrong.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool moment.
It was
for
a
them.
really
I'm
cool
okay with
moment,
this, yeah.
and I love the way that they won it too. Like,
Yeah, I did like their
stole it.
I
Yes.
did like their Maleficent gear that, they
that's
came
perfect
out.
Oh,
with.
man,
for
that
heel.
was awesome.
That was a perfect heel victory for
It was.
Yes.
It was a great heel victory.
Peyton Royce's tights reminded us a lot of Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah, I said that. I was like, hey, look at her tights.
there's a great video, WWE.com exclusive, when they got the plates on their belts and they're walking around and showing everybody.
Oh
and getting
yeah, I
everyone's
loved
opinion.
it. I showed it to GC this morning.
Yes,
and-
it was hilarious.
And they showed it to Becky Lynch, and Becky Lynch is like, "Oh, nice,
And then
nice."
here's the best thing: when they showed up on,
showed it?
huh?
Oh, they.
They showed it.
Yes.
I heard you showed it, and I was like, "Dude, what?"
I said I showed the
she
video
got the
to
exclusive.
JC
She
this
showed
morning.
it to me this morning.
Right, but on the video they showed Becky. Lynch.
Yes.
Yeah, it sounded like you said you showed
Oh
Becky.
no,
Lynch.
they showed.
yeah, the man came by.
They showed
I know. I was like, what?
They showed Becky Lynch, and Becky Lynch is like, very nice, very nice.
Jealous.
And then she goes, you know what? I'm gonna go for those next.
Oh no,
And
you,
then-
you can't wear full belts.
Oh no, you don't need full belts. You don't need full belts. I was like,
A
They carry full
other
belts.
cool thing about it is when they came out on SmackDown, the promo picture they put up when they're sitting there standing and they Photoshop them together. They're sitting there holding the belts, just like looking at each other, all happy
Yeah.
that they
Yeah.
won the title. So.
and then Paige showed up.
Paige came back.
Paige showed up on
Yeah.
SmackDown and said that she's gonna come back next week with
a team.
with a team, and I'm thinking maybe Sky Pirates.
That would be awesome.
That would be
Interesting.
awesome.
I would
Because
love
it would
that.
be a mouthpiece for them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. That would make total
Yeah.
sense.
Although, granted, of all the Japanese people in WWE right now, Kairi Sane and Shinsuke speak the best English.
Probably.
Let me say
Oh,
that.
but did y'all watch tonight when the Iconics faced some like jobber team?
Yes.
Yes.
yeah.
Did you see the celebration?
45-0 Brooklyn belts.
afterwards?
Well, they defeated a
Hey,
pretty
45
solid
and
team
0.
from Brooklyn.
They're
45 and 0.
0.
Yeah,
But
that
just
was
the way
awesome.
they celebrated afterwards, like that. Yeah,
Like,
it
yeah,
was
we
great.
beat their streak.
Yeah, they're gonna do that in every town. It's gonna be hilarious.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
yeah. If they-
I laugh because like I feel the same way about them that someone said about like people were saying about Kelly Clowns like oh this that I was like but okay first of all they're just fun like the accounts are just fun I'm not gonna say like oh they're the greatest and put them that way no but they're fun and they're a heel team
Yeah.
they had a heel victory they cheated to win that was the point I hate explaining wrestling to wrestling fans it gets on my nerves but
Yeah,
I'll do
and-
it sometimes
And I think the fact is too is they're kind of in a way making fun of like Bailey and Sasha because Bailey and Sasha is real defended anywhere, anytime, any place, and they kind of didn't.
yeah
And well, they did kind of, but
against jobbers
against jobbers and stuff. But now like
so that's great though. It's great.
now like
Yeah.
Iconics are like we're gonna find the best jobbers in every city
yeah.
because
pretty
we're
funny.
gonna
It's
great
we're
heel
gonna wrestle
tactic.
anywhere, anytime.
Maybe when they told them that was the plan, maybe that's what Sasha felt offended by.
I guess.
I don't know. Maybe.
Now the next match, which 67% on Twitter poll voted this match of the night, Daniel Bryan defending against Kofi Kingston.
We'll just have Tommy talk.
I will in a second, but I was the only one to pick Daniel Bryan, thinking there was some curveball. Glad I was wrong. Congrats, Kofi. Amazing career, definitely hard working, and this match was awesome. Let's
It
just
was
face
it was
really-
it was match of the night.
match of the weekend potentially.
Yeah.
Pin after Trouble in Paradise. First black WWE champion. I say black, not necessarily ethnically. He's the first one that was promoted as a black champion.
He was born in Africa.
We
Born
had this
in
talk, we,
Africa.
we talked about this.
We talked
several
about
weeks
this. Yeah,
ago.
there's never anybody that they promoted as a black champion.
Kofi rocks.
Oh, and then
Say
the
what?
But the sad part is, WWE shop kind of spoiled. the finish.
yeah.
Luckily,
Oops.
I didn't. Luckily, they said it, and I didn't look. I didn't want to know.
I was gonna say-
I wanted to know, but I didn't want to know. But I wanted
Yeah.
to know.
I've heard some other people like, what are y'all doing on WWE shop in the middle of a championship match?
Because sometimes when they put the new shirts out, you
Exactly.
try to jump on
Exactly. Because I want a shirt.
To be fair, it wasn't none of any of us. It was Steady, who's not a
Oh, send it to
avid
us?
avid wrestling fan like us.
Yeah.
So he was probably like, I'm gonna look at shirts right now, da da da. And he was like, guys, I don't want to say anything, but I think WWE Shop just ruined it.
No,
I was like, don't tell me.
And we were just like, okay.
I think I screamed, don't tell me. I need to see this first.
I'll note you guys. He said he had a great time at the party, and he was just rolling, especially with Mike's jokes.
Mike's jokes were on point that night, y'all. Y'all missed it. I wish we could have filmed it.
See,
Because
I'm offended. I feel like this is when you tell someone, "Oh, you look nice today." Are you saying my jokes are not always on point?
no, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of true, yeah.
Son of a.
But when they're on, they're on. Yeah.
Once a year. I'm just kidding.
Interesting part was there was still like 5 or 6 matches left after this.
And I could have left after that match
I was
over.
tired.
I was ready to go home.
This is the part where I got tired.
So all of us picked Joe to defend the U.S. title against Rey Mysterio. He
Not
did
much
it
to
in
say
less than
about
a
that.
minute. Yep.
Dominating.
Choked him out. Dominated.
I think
Yeehaw.
also the
I think that's when they ran out of time.
I think also the championship match ended around 10. So I was like, oh my God, there's still 5 matches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was tired at that
Which
point.
we didn't check the WWE Network schedule, and this was slated to run until 11:30 Central Time.
Yep.
Yay. And so after that, Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. Not a lot of build-up for this. We took the time to clean the kitchen, get all the food cleaned up.
Yeah, we
Yeehaw.
did.
Got it done just in time. Myself, Tina, and Mike picking Roman Reigns, getting that right. Jericho, Rob, and Tommy went with Drew McIntyre. Then we got an Elias segment. And
cool.
I was praying, if you were watching last week, I had my prediction for the Kurt Angle retirement. I was really hoping it would have been against John Cena. But they played some Babe Ruth Yankees thing, calling a
I
shot.
was really confused for a while.
I was confused for a
I
bit
was
too.
like, what does baseball have to do with an Elias performance?
Oh my gosh! Well, it was in New York, and you know how
Yeah, they showed that weird video, and I was like, what?
So then,
And then
haven't heard this music in a long time, and I was like, oh my god, you brought it
You
back.
brought it back against The Rock, probably.
Yeah, and that was just for one night.
And I was confused. I was like,
this was
who's
too.
that? And then they're like, Thugonomics. And I was like, is that really Cena?
Yeah, the gimmick we've wanted Cena to bring back for so long.
Oh, yeah. And our friend Chicken Wing. Yes, his name is Chicken Wing. Yes, he's black. His name's Mike. His real name is Mike.
He was just messing us like, I
He's-
called it.
I called it. He's been saying
Dude,
it for 10 years.
You called it 10 years ago.
He's been saying every freaking WrestleMania he's been saying Cena's gonna turn heel. Cena's gonna turn heel. Cena's gonna turn heel.
It's not even a real heel
No.
turn.
No, it's not.
No,
He just said it in a rap for like a one night only thing. He didn't turn heel, you moron. And you know what? I got a promo for you since you made one for your little birthday shindig that I'm hosting here at my house, and you're trying to call me out about video
Hey,
games.
by the way,
and Street
I can
Fighter.
cancel that real quick.
Yes.
Oh, this just got real.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay over here.
I'm not the one crap talking here. You're the one because you're so inadequate with your life that you feel the need to challenge me in Smash Brothers and Street Fighter 4. Bro, you don't want this. And the only reason you pick my house as a venue is because you don't have either game. You need my Switch to play Smash Brothers, and you need my PS3 to play Ultra Street Fighter 4. If you really want to get this, do it. But guess what? I'm the one with the joystick on a PlayStation 3. You're not allowed to borrow it, so don't even bother. Bring your own damn GameCube controller, because I don't want any damn excuses when I beat your ass and take some free money. And yes, Nori, bring Chicken Wings gas money, because he's going to need it to pay me. All right? Seriously. Enough with the crowd talking, man. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that.
I don't even.
Happy birthday. I'm going to whoop your ass. Thank you.
Just stop. He's already dead.
See you this weekend. Bring my money.
Oh, by the way, don't start a promo with
And that's
JC's
the bottom
old promo.
line, because JC said so.
Don't start a promo the way JC started a promo the last time by being quiet.
And don't get all bragging about a heel turn when it happens 10 years after you called it.
By God, that man has a family.
Hashtag dumbass. All right.
JC,
All right,
the
moving
JC
on.
era
Okay,
has
moving-
begun.
Okay, moving on.
Moving on to what
I'm sorry I
turned
brought it up.
I'm
moving
not.
I'm not. Moving on to what turned out to be one of 2 retirement matches for the night. A no-holds-barred match between Triple H and Batista.
I fell asleep.
I actually enjoyed this.
The only people that picked Triple H were Rob and Jericho.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
so-
yeah,
Congrats, guys.
yeah.
Pete Castle's got one. Pin after pedigree. We really thought this was it for Triple H. It turned out to be
It
for Batista as he counts his retirement.
And
on social media
actually,
afterward.
I completely forgot that I remember in an interview he had said that not too long ago, like about a year or so ago. If I had remembered that, I would have picked Triple H to win. But he had said that his career was taking off, and he knew he probably wouldn't be able to wrestle much longer. He wanted to get one more match with Triple H before he left.
Oh, okay.
I had completely forgot about that interview. It was like
now it makes sense all those times. Give me what I want.
Yeah, because you know what the way because like even
it's out of context though. Come on.
Yeah, true.
Give me what I want.
True. But because like even like his performance, I think it was. I wish Triple H would have sang that when he was reading that letter. When he was Inspector, the James Bond movie, everyone was praising his performance and like him and his Drax. It's like he's actually good at what he does. So hey,
the trailer for Stuber looks hilarious.
It looks that looks so funny. I want to see that. So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Does he really think his entrances make him look like a badass, or is he just so like I have to have some sort of entrance? I got to do something.
I guess they just
because
came
like
up with
the
something.
animation was kind of subpar, and then it was
For Triple H. They hooked up a Dreamcast.
Yes.
That's basically what it looked like.
So Xavier Woods could play Power Stone. Or the Spawn game that was in Dreamcast, which actually was fun.
It's kind of getting it's
Anyway,
I think they had to have something just for that match.
Congrats, Batista, on a great wrestling career.
Yeah.
And you'll probably definitely let's look at it. He's probably gonna be headlining the Hall of Fame class next year. At this
Probably.
point. So,
I mean,
I'm down.
unless they finally put Owen Hart in, which would be awesome.
That would be awesome. And I think what Batista's like. I think he turned 50 this year, so he's just like saying, "Yeah, okay, I'm done. I'd rather make movies where I can I'd rather have a stunt double."
During the women's tag match, apparently I didn't hear that Sunday night, but I watched it again, just like the tag match thing. And they were telling Paige how Beth Phoenix is the youngest inductee to ever be in the Hall of Fame, and then she said, "Until me." So she's hoping she's inducted soon. So.
I don't see why she wouldn't be.
I don't either. I don't
so I was
that.
like, ooh.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks how her career ended. That really does blow. But for the impact it's had, I'd say
her in-ring career's ended.
Her in-ring career
is going to make an impact on TV somehow still.
Yeah,
and even as potentially a trainer in the Performance Center.
Yeah, and her movie was good.
The movie was great.
Yeah. So I mean,
we reviewed it. Go check it out.
I still like I said, I feel bad that her in-ring competitor side of her career is over. But like a lot of people who have had to leave, there's still more she can do. I mean, her few years she got was better than most people's decades-long career, and she made an impact.
Yep. Now, I'm going to go back to the Elias segment real quick. If you're watching Raw, The Undertaker, this was the first WrestleMania without The Undertaker since 2000. So that ended that streak. But Undertaker ending streaks. But anyway,
jeez.
When
Tommy,
Elias finally
that
snapped.
Was not my fault, damn it.
Elias finally snapped back at Cena. My favorite part was I got 3 fingers holding up, the middle one's for you. And then if next person interrupts me is a dead man.
That whole segment was great.
So why did Taker come out on Raw instead of WrestleMania? From what I understand, they are setting up Undertaker versus Elias at the next Saudi Arabia show, which right now I believe is slated for June 7th. So.
I just want to see that match without it necessarily being the Saudi.
I know, but that seems the only time that he works. Anyway.
Yeah, I guess so.
Next match, Kurt Angle's retirement match against Baron Corbin. Sadly,
let's just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On to the main event.
Rob, you got it right. Baron Corbin, crappy way to go out in retirement, but Kurt Angle, thank you. You had a great career. After end of days.
And
Corbin's going to run this as a heel thing.
Yeah. And, Kurt Angle, wanted to put over the younger talent because he's in a class like he could do that. But
which I didn't mind. I wish it was a better match to showcase what Corbin can do.
Yeah, that too, blah, blah, blah. Let's move on.
WWE, why did you let him lose to a manager at Shenanigans? That was just...
I get it, yeah. So.
I don't get it.
Anyway, Intercontinental Championship, Bobby Lashley against the Demon Finn Balor. We all picked the Demon, all got it right. I mean, this was practically a Demon squash at this point. So
it was, it wasn't as long.
It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, he got a little offense in, but
Bobby Lashley
barely.
with the viscera eyes.
Yeah, that didn't work.
I didn't understand that. I was like,
I didn't even get that either.
I guess it was his response to the Demon.
He's like, here's my Demon.
I guess, but like when we were all joking, okay, he's trying to see out of those eye contacts because we couldn't really tell.
He can't see.
Yeah. And Leo Rush looking like a Power Ranger.
Now before we got
which
to
I like Power Rangers, which is why it's okay with me.
Before we got to the main event,
Power Ranger.
They announced the stadium record attendance for MetLife Stadium, 82,265.
MetLife Center?
MetLife Center, as Hogan called it.
Whoops.
He's still got
Swear
it
to God,
wrong.
Hogan needs a note card when he does these things.
He still got it wrong. That was so
doesn't
funny.
need to be there.
And then finally a promo for WrestleMania 36, April 5th, 2020 in Tampa Bay, Florida, with a very big pirate theme because it's where the home of the Buccaneers.
And anyone who watches the Pirates of the Caribbean movies know that's the theme of Pirates
You
of the
have
Caribbean.
to have Captain Jack
Jack
Sparrow
Sparrow.
as the host of the event.
Like their theme is like when Vanilla Ice said his Ice Ice Baby was different from Under Pressure.
Oh, God.
Oh God.
That's literally what they sound like to me. Like
You are the
that's-
worst pirate I've ever heard of, Bob, but you have heard of me.
oh my God.
Oh my God. That's funny.
Women's championship match, winner take all. Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte versus Becky. We all picked Becky, and we're happy to say we all got it right. This was 100%.
Becky 2 belts.
Becky 2 belts. Champ.
the man.
The man.
Oh yeah, Becky champ.
Wow. Amazing, first of all, to see women headline WrestleMania.
It was-
a historic
Yes.
night.
Oh,
Yes.
and real quick on the Flair entrance, I saw later that it was
Yeah.
an homage you all saw to her dad.
I saw it.
Yeah.
Like,
from like 80, from like
85.
Starrcade 85 or something.
Yeah.
NWA
Some
Starrcade
shit, right?
1985.
Yeah.
Out of the helicopter.
How about Joan Jett, man?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh man, she still got it.
This just reaffirmed my love for Joan Jett.
It
Like
was awesome.
I was
was.
never questioning it, but this just made me fall in love with her.
Yeah,
all
I
over
really
again.
didn't care if Rousey came out or not. I was
Yeah,
just like,
exactly.
Yeah.
I was just like, can we just
We were
She
all-
still has
let's
it.
just
yeah.
end WrestleMania like this? I'd actually be
But
okay
we were
with
all
that.
saying that Rousey should have come out mad and said she was like happy and like smiled
like,
at
"Hi,
them.
Joe."
But
And then she turned her head and like
See, if there was
I
like
was
ever
like-
a break in the song where she could have come, gotten a high five from Joan Jett, and then she got her psyched up, and then she goes down angry, that would have been cool. But still, when she started going to the ring, it was all business. I was like, okay,
and
Vince-
and
you
we
have
were
to
watching
acknowledge
it-
who's performing your song.
Yeah, and,
So-
and what I told them was I was playing devil's advocate
like-
because I don't care how heel I am. If Joan Jett's playing me to the ring, I'm smiling at least for 2 seconds.
Yeah,
So,
Vince needs to teach her how to power walk because it just looks weird.
yeah, she
That's the
looks
same
good.
walk she had at UFC.
I
So
know.
Yeah,
you know.
that's fair.
But
So,
if Ronda does
To be
Vince's
honest
power
with you,
walk,
that's how most
God.
UFC fighters walk.
I don't know. Like I don't watch a lot of UFC, but sometimes I see the guys just kind of calmly walking down. She was like,
she was always
Well, yeah,
intense.
because they're always
Yeah.
like their hood and they're just
focused,
down,
yeah.
listening to their, their, but not their beats, but some other brand.
it was like
Usually beats.
No, they don't have beats anymore. They have another brand.
Oh,
all right.
I think it's JBL.
sorry.
I think it's the one.
Is it?
JBL or whatever. It
It's
just
this one.
depends whoever they're sponsored
I
with.
think it's this one.
Okay.
JBL is the wrestler.
You think of JDL? Is it
No,
J?
it's
Is it?
JBL.
I thought it was JBL.
Oh, those are
It's
JBL.
No,
They're
it's
JBL
JBL.
on the headphones too.
Yeah.
On the
It's
headphones.
JBL. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
It's both.
It's just a different. It's just a brand.
It's just different.
All right, it's sponsored, but anyway.
You're wearing the headphones.
On to our results.
I'm wearing headphones.
Rob went 8-3. Jericho 7-5. Tina and I went 7-8. Tommy 9-6, and Mike 10-5 on WrestleMania picks.
Curse you.
Get out.
I'm kidding.
I'm kidding.
Now, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say one quick thing because I know we didn't really bring it up, but there was a little snafu with the ending, if you will. to
Yes.
the women's match. I really think what was supposed to happen is Charlotte was supposed to completely go through the table to
Yeah.
be taken out.
Yeah.
And then, so again, this kind of goes to Ronda's. I'm not blaming her per se, but just her inexperience.
Uh-huh.
I think it would have made it better if after Charlotte got thrown out, she was like, "This is it, it's over," kind of a heel thing, like,
Yeah.
"I'm ending this now."
But I hate when she does that because it's annoying. I'm like,
No,
just
but
wrestle.
because the Piper's Pit is her finisher. other
Yeah,
than
she doesn't build up the
arm
finisher.
bar.
Yeah.
So I don't think a lot of people realized that she was kind of trying to hit a finisher and Becky was supposed to roll into it. I think if she would have been a little more heelish in the moment
But-
to
oh,
set
go
it
ahead.
up. That was it. Just like if she would have been like, "That's it, I'm taking this home now," and then rolled into it. The thing
Yeah.
that happened was just unfortunate.
But historically in her matches, she doesn't really build up her finish until she gets to the armbar. So that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
The finish I did enjoy, whether it was planned or not, because
There's reports on both sides.
it fed on Ronda's lack of experience. Someone had finally reversed a finisher into a pin, and that's how she got beat.
It reminded me of the Kyrie Sane Shayna Baszler match
Yes.
where
Yes.
Kyrie basically outsmarted her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So-
now, granted, yes, shoulders did get up for a second. Whether that was intentional or not, it gives Ronda a gripe because rumor has it right now the main event that they're planning for WrestleMania 36 is Becky versus Ronda one-on-one.
I don't know if that's the main event, but
Well,
it's
that's the
gonna
match they are
What?
planning,
Yeah.
but
It's semi or whatever. But
Ronda,
2 years in a row, we can't do that.
Yeah, it's not like it's Rock and Cena. Anyway, so here's what I did read. I read that the shoulder popping up thing, that they weren't so much mad at Ronda. They thought the referee should have counted that as
Recount it?
yeah,
Yeah, stop recount. That's on the
now.
ref.
Now, because what they said what they trained the refs to do is if the wrestlers mess up, that's on them. They have to correct themselves.
Yes.
Referees, you keep going. So if a wrestler messes up and doesn't kick out or kicks out at the wrong time, then you stop.
But if you see shoulders up, you're supposed to stop
Yeah.
the count and then restart it.
And honestly, for me, what I keep hearing is that ruined the match, and I was like, no, it didn't.
No.
But see, and here's my defense of that, and here's my ultimate defense, and anyone who disagrees with this is lying. The Rock and Stone Cold at WrestleMania 17, everyone hated that finish. They hated that McMahon helped Stone Cold win. They hated that fact that Stone Cold turned heel. But name me one person who doesn't love that freaking match. The finish
match
did
was
not.
great.
The finish does not ruin a match. It just means that was a bad finish. The match was great. Sometimes finishes do suck.
Although Stone Cold has said he wishes he would have called an audible and stunned Vince McMahon afterward.
Yeah, I remember
in
him
hindsight,
saying that.
hindsight's 2020, obviously.
Yeah, all the time.
But
Get the time stone.
Ronda's reaction to it doesn't make her look bad, especially the fact that she got her shoulders up. The ref screwed it up. They haven't really acknowledged that on TV, but it doesn't make her look bad, and she has a gripe when she does come back. If she's taking time off to start a family, whatever, that's up to her.
I've never agreed with this whole Ronda looks bad stuff in the first place.
No.
Because my thing is, again, she's been in it a year. In any rookie mistake she
Okay,
makes,
stop talking because you're ruining my 1 minute warning. So
whatever.
okay.
Whatever. Fine. I'll stop talking. Do
All
your
right.
1 minute warning thing. See if I
As
care.
far as
I'm
as
kidding.
far as WrestleCast ratings, I'll start. I'm giving this a 4.0. It was a great WrestleMania, not on the level of 17. Yeah,
No, but it's really close.
it was just very.
It was
very
one of the best ones in a
bad.
while.
The best. Well, yeah, Vince multiples of 5. I said last week multiples of 5. He seems to love those WrestleManias. So, 30, 35.
Yeah.
That seems. We'll see what happens with 40. It was just it was a great show for the most part. It was just long.
Yeah, it was.
And there was a lot of matches. It was oversaturated with things. I really hope. I find if it's a long show, kind of shorten it. Please don't make this a 2-day thing.
I was just about to say that.
If you're gonna go this long, then please have a WrestleMania in London so that I can watch it in the middle of the afternoon because I gotta go to work the next day. So that's my rating. Tina, what's yours?
Oh, I'm next.
Yeah,
Shoot. Okay.
yeah.
Go next.
I enjoyed it for the most part. Actually, one of the best WrestleManias I've seen, and I haven't seen a lot. Not like these guys. I never seen WrestleMania 17.
We'll have to watch that. It's on the network.
So I think I started watching WrestleManias when I dated you. So that's been 10 years now. So in the 10 years that
Carry
I've
the 2. Yeah.
in the 10 years I've been watching WrestleMania shows, this is probably one of the best ones. So I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
4.5. Wow. All right.
And I'm a tough critic, as JC says.
You
I don't
are.
know if I'm that tough, but yeah. Okay.
Tommy.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm giving this a 4.75. I think this
Wow.
whole weekend was good across the board, and
4.75 the whole weekend, basically.
for the whole weekend, yeah. And actually, for the whole weekend, I'm actually just for everything I get the whole weekend. I've given 5.0, like a perfect score. But this, I'm giving 4.75 because a lot of things that we predicted would happen did. But I'm thankful for that because there were good things I wanted to happen. Seth needed to win, Kofi needed to win, Becky needed to win. Those 3 things needed to happen. Everything else was kind of just gravy at that point. I mean, even though even with the Iconics heel cheating, when that was actually okay too.
Yeah.
Unexpected treat with how good Orton and Styles were. I knew it was gonna be good. I think all the reversals and the AJ being like somehow superhuman with his ability to not screw up every time he does the phenomenal forearm. I don't know how he does that. Is amazing. And I just think for WrestleMania, this was one of the ones where they absolutely pulled it out. The Miz and Shane was great. I just think they actually pulled out all the stops this time and really wanted to send the fans home happy. We don't get that often. So I'm giving it a 4.75.
Well, we've said it. When WWE has competition, like they did this weekend, they step up.
Oh yeah.
They need competition to keep people involved.
Yep.
If G1 SuperCard was never booked, WrestleMania may not have been as good as it was.
I agree.
So, Mike, your pick.
I'm going to agree with Tina. I'm going to go about 4.5.
Are you agreeing with Tina, or are you just keeping the average right in the middle like you did for the G1 SuperCard?
No, because
Just kidding. I'm
it
kidding.
wouldn't have been a
She
perfect
kinda helped
4.5. So
yeah,
I was
yeah.
thinking about it in my head. No, like
Hashtag math.
I hope this run has shown WWE that when the fans get behind something, even if it's not what you planned, don't fight it.
Yes.
Because people got behind Seth, people got behind Kofi, they got behind Becky, and people were complaining. A lot of people were saying you can't have all 3 moments. You can, and they did exactly what they should have. They spread them out. And I do agree. I think it's been one of the better WrestleManias. It was also one of the best endings to a WrestleMania since 30, like you said, the multiples of 5, because it's what the fans wanted. You know, and it's not what the WWE thought people wanted. It's what the fans wanted. So.
Yeah. Because in any other year, they would have stuck with Ronda versus Charlotte one-on-one, which was their plan from the previous year.
Yep.
So. Now, I did put, by the way, I'm sorry, our overall WrestleCast rating 4.4375. So not too shabby on the weekend. My bad.
Math.
I graduated, whatever. Anyway, now I did put up another poll, a show of the weekend poll. Which show was the best one? According to our ratings, we said NXT Takeover New York. According to fan votes, this wasn't a majority though. 42% said WrestleMania 35, 29% G1 SuperCard, and 29% NXT Takeover New York. So
Kind of backwards of us, but
yeah.
Yeah.
So, hey, as far as our pick results overall for the weekend, Jericho was 7-5, Rob was 9-4, I was 14-16, Tina 12-10, and Mike and Tommy were both 19-11, and they each also had one shits and giggles point. And Tina did too.
So
I
you're
think.
saying
Boom.
that everybody was over 500 except for you?
Except for me.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
And,
You want to move over here, buddy?
No.
I don't insult you like that.
I kind of do, so I understand if you want to
So
leave.
you're telling me there's a
I don't know
chance.
about that.
Not to your face. No, I'm just kidding.
Not on camera.
Now, Raw and
Shots fired.
SmackDown post. Well, let's look at all the title changes first as we get to this.
Yeah,
So,
Jesus Christ. Oh.
First of all, the only title changes that happened on Raw and SmackDown after WrestleMania was the Hardy Boys beating
So
the
every
Usos.
I was about to say this. So every title on the WrestleMania card got changed except for Samoa Joe and
SmackDown.
And
SmackDown
the
thing.
Usos.
Yep.
Yeah,
Samoa Joe and
and-
the Usos.
That's right.
And then after WrestleMania, Raw and SmackDown, the only other change was the Usos lost to the Hardy Boys, which I'm cool with.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Samoa Joe is the lone survivor
Of WrestleMania weekend.
WrestleMania weekend.
And he's basically starting something with Braun Strowman at
Yeah,
this point.
he's a
Joe.
lone survivor until Braun Strowman decides to just clothesline his
So-
head off.
Wait,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
what did I miss?
Oh, it was on SmackDown.
Joe
Oh,
did a promo
SmackDown?
on SmackDown, and Braun Strowman came out.
Okay, I did miss that.
Yeah,
Jesus.
So Kofi, new WWE champion. Seth Rollins, Universal champion. Becky Lynch is the Raw and SmackDown Women's champion. Finn Balor, Intercontinental champion.
Woo.
Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder, Raw tag team champion. The Hardys, SmackDown tag team champion.
Edgeheads.
The Iconics Women's tag champion.
Iconic.
Tony Abs, Cruiserweight
Iconic.
champion. NXT champion, Johnny Gargano. UK champion, Walter. Ring of Honor, Matt Taven's the new champ. Woman of Honor, Kelly Klein's the new champ. The Gorillas of Destiny,
It's a lot.
at least for now, hold the Ring of Honor tag team championship until they throw them in the trash at this point. IWGP Heavyweight, Kazuchika Okada. IWGP Intercontinental, Kota Ibushi. Never Openweight, Jeff Cobb, now a dual champion with his ROH TV title. And the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title to Dragon Lee.
Ooh.
That's a
What
lot of
a
titles.
I think they
weekend.
said this was the WrestleMania that had the most title changes ever.
And I'm spent.
And one more thing, too. We mentioned that this was a Grand Slam Championship weekend. Kofi Kingston is also a Grand Slam champion in WWE. So
by their new format. Of
yes,
it.
by the new format. So now, of course, I'll make a quick mention of this. We're not going to get into it. You're going to rant about superstar Billy Graham saying that Kofi needs to take steroids. This is the only thing I'm going to say. You wouldn't be saying this kind of stuff if he was white. And the only thing I'm going to say, and we're going to move on,
I'm
is
not gonna talk about
fuck you, superstar Billy Graham.
Go-
Okay.
I'm
not
going.
gonna talk
I'm
about it.
I'm going to be posting on my own personal YouTube channel within the next week or so. If
Yeah.
you guys
This
want
is
to go
gonna
over
be
there and
this
check
is
it
gonna
out.
be another hour. I don't.
Which
Yeah,
is-
we're not going to.
I don't have the time.
Yep.
Yeah. So
So we're going to get into our 1 minute warning.
So I'll let you guys. I'll just real quick. I'll let you guys know when I post my video. You can put on the
Link
Geek
it.
WrestleCast.
Sure
on
thing. I'll
Twitter.
retweet your.
And I'll let you guys know. And I'll give you all of my thoughts on this. Don't worry.
Okay. Now,
That's gonna be another mic drop.
yes.
Oh yes, it will.
Now, 1 minute warning. Does anybody want to go first?
I had one, but I can't remember what it was.
I had
Okay.
one too, and I'm like,
Mike, you going?
I'll go.
Okay. Mike's ready. Here we go. 1 minute warning. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So obviously, for the last several weeks, we spent a lot of time talking about the Becky Lynch lead up and all that stuff, and I'm super happy for her. That being said, after Raw and SmackDown, I'm not sold on Lacey Evans as the next challenger. You have all these talented women on the roster that, despite all the push you put for the women to the main event, kind of got stuck in limbo. Doing different stuff. she came out on Raw. Her finisher is the woman's right, and she punched Becky and she took it and then turned around and started whooping on her. So apparently, because you can't do that to the finisher, they had to come back on SmackDown and do it again where Becky looked actually like she was affected by it. I don't know. I think there's so many other women that you could have gone at Becky. Becky even said, I'll take everyone on. I got you. I know you're trying to bring in new stars, but I just feel like there's so many other more deserving women at the moment that, could reinvigorate their character and stuff. So that's me.
All right. Thanks, Mike. Who wants to go next? Tina?
I'll go
Tommy?
next. Yeah.
I'm like still thinking. Go
Okay.
ahead.
All right, Tommy, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so first off, with the Kelly Klein Iconics thing, going back to it, I think everyone's putting like this, I don't know, unrealistic expectation on them or something, or maybe it's just needless hating. I don't get it. Like, I read one comment that someone actually posted on the Women of Honor thing who attacked Kelly Klein that her match with Mayu Iwatani derailed the show, which I fiercely disagree with. First of all, the crowd was red hot all night, and first of all, the title just got created. You're just getting this Women of Honor division, and Kelly Klein, is still a relative rookie, is still good. All this stuff about derailing the show and like the Iconics, and they didn't deserve that. I don't buy any of that. These women are working hard just like everybody else is. Did the Iconics cheat to win? Yes, that's the point. Is Kelly Klein a newbie at this? Yes, she's a rookie, but she's a rookie who's earned it. So there's nothing wrong with them having these title changes. Get over yourselves, people. Jeez.
All right.
Hey, could I add one quick thing, Tommy? I find kind of funny.
What's that?
When you say people are like, oh, they don't deserve the title. They always talk about who deserves it, who doesn't. And then when other people are like, well, we think Kofi deserves the title. Well, the heavyweight champion isn't who deserves it. It's, they always manage to take the side that helps them.
Oh, yeah. Also on my YouTube channel, I'll be discussing the Kofi Kingston victory. Yep. I will have a few things to post in the next week. Sorry.
Right.
Go
ahead. Tina, you got something this week?
I think so.
Okay. Ready? Go.
All right, so my whole thing is about the Superstar Shakeup coming up next weekend next week, and my thoughts on that is I agree with Mike. I do think that Lacey Evans is just being used as a filler match, though, for maybe for Money in the Bank, and Becky's gonna end up winning because I don't think they're gonna make her lose to a woman who's just walking around in her heels. No offense, especially since I haven't seen the woman wrestle. I mean. She was in, I think, the Mae Young Classic, but I didn't see it. Sorry. But I do hope that they bring up maybe Shayna eventually. I hope they have something with Ember. I was saying that they should have a tag team, maybe eventually, not right now, obviously, but with Bianca Belair and maybe Sasha, because that would be, pretty cool, I think. As far as the men, I would love to see Velveteen Dream.
Yes, we all would.
So, that's all I got.
All right.
Velveteen Dream. I can't go back to his entrance, dude.
Man, I should have said it. And now
you can say it, go for it.
Now it came to me. So thinking of Kofi and all that stuff, there was a lot of videos that came out. One of MVP and his reaction that was.
Oh my God, those were great. Sorry,
yes,
yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, I saw some of those.
The funniest one though was ACH. He met Kofi. I don't know if he met him for the first time or
partying with him
he spent this is before his match.
Oh, it was before?
It was before.
I
apparently.
thought it was afterwards.
No, I think it was before.
Oh, okay.
And he didn't have anything with him, and he says he started playing his old music, SOS, and then he just so go look for ACH's Twitter.
He made him do the boom.
And I think it's Go ACH Go, something like that.
Yeah,
Go ACH.
Go ACH.
Go ACH. And he has the video, and he tells Kofi, he's like, hit him with the boom, and he does the. And I'm like, oh my God, that was the best thing ever.
I think Shad from Crime Time was watching it with somebody,
Yes.
and their reaction was just
MVP.
yeah,
It's MVP.
Yeah.
it was MVP. Okay, yeah, that's okay.
And then to add to that real quick, I know JC yours is next, but Tommy, you posted those pictures of, or y'all found those pictures of almost the entire black wrestlers in WWE in a picture, and then someone else had all the Hispanic wrestlers.
Yeah.
Oh yes, that was
together.
awesome.
I thought that was really cool.
And that's why I'm saying, say it with me now. Representation matters.
Yes. Also, another thing that just came to me.
Hey, WrestleMania ran over. We can.
Somebody, Mustafa Ali put a picture of him and his wife at the Hall of Fame, and you know she had her. I don't know what it's called, so I'm sorry if I say it wrong. That, and they took a picture together. And he says, "You know, my everything," kind of thing. And some person said something rudely about it, like, "This is America. Should you take that off?" Da da da. This and that. And Ali's, man, he's a class act. He just said back to, I'm glad that I live in a country that's free of any religion or anything, that my wife can freely do this.
Yeah,
Yes.
because first
Basically
of all,
simplifying it.
because for one, they're a cute couple. Second,
Class
again,
act.
my thing is, I'm not part of that religion, but nuns wear the same thing.
Yes.
No one says anything about nuns. I'm sorry. I have a.
You just have to pinch each other when you see them.
Yes. I just have
Mexican thing.
just as a Christian,
Mom,
as a Christian, even if I don't follow another religion, I feel a certain way about us in America telling someone else of another religion, another
Exactly.
faith, they can't do their thing.
Yes.
They're not hurting anybody.
Tell them
But I
none
love
your
the
business.
fact.
It's like saying
instead
you're in
of-
America, you have to speak English. No, you
I
don't.
love the fact instead of him like blocking the guy or telling him like, you know, F you, whatever this and that, he basically told him, I'm glad I live in a country that's
Yeah, he's better than
free
me.
of
I
that.
would have went in on that ass. So
in this day and age, you
And
let the
he's
rest of the internet roast
and
him.
again, I will reiterate this:
It's
if
so
you have a
true.
chance, go on Lillian's podcast and listen to his story on Lillian's podcast. It's
Yeah.
amazing. He was a police officer and all these other things, and how he was not your typical police officer. So
It's pretty amazing.
pretty awesome guy.
God.
Okay.
That's another guy I'm like rooting for
mine-
to, you know.
I'm going to let you know
Get
this.
pushed.
Mine is all about Rhonda. I'm wearing the Hot Rod shirt for Roddy Piper. So
Oh gosh,
No, go for it.
move over.
I want to congratulate Ronda Rousey on one of the best rookie years in WWE history.
That's very true.
You can't argue that. For someone who came in a big star already from MMA, she loved this business. And she worked her ass off. She learned. You can see so much improvement in her promos. Yes, they're still shaky at times. And she had to learn to adjust her character a bit. Improvise. She got thrown off with some of the boos. She worked hard. She got better. Winning the title as early as she did. Showing her first match was at WrestleMania, having match of the night with Kurt Angle. And why do I think this is one of the best rookie years ever? There's two people that come to mind when I think of her rookie year. The first is Brock Lesnar. The second is Kurt Angle. Lesnar's rookie year won King of the Ring, was WWE champion, lost it when Heyman turned, won the Rumble, and won the title back. Granted, he punched a super shooting star at WrestleMania for that, but I digress. Kurt Angle debuted, won the IC and the European Championship in 1 month, lost them without getting pinned, won King of the Ring, defeated The Rock for the championship, lost it in No Way Out, and in the time of his run, I know I'm over, WrestleMania ran over, defended his title at the Armageddon Hell in a Cell. Ronda, congrats on a great rookie year. Wrestling fans, regardless of how much you were criticized and how real these promos got, we're all proud of you.
Yeah.
And you learned in UFC how to sell a fight. You really sold this main event. You're
Yeah.
a big part of it, a big reason why women were on the main event. So congratulations and thank you. If you're taking time off, good luck to you. And from two parents over here, good luck.
Yeah.
I think
So, if
people are
that's
just
just
whining about Ronda because they forget the Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar years. I mean, people forget they were pushed to the moon when they debuted.
Yes.
Like when Brock debuted, he was beating up everyone who had a relevant name. When Kurt Angle debuted, he had this arrogant gimmick, like he
And it
already
worked.
owned. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
people forget that. It's like it's just a throwback to when they did this. They haven't done it a lot in recent years, which I'm cool with. Save it for someone who can be a big star. Ronda is a big star. Get over it, people. She is a big star.
The other person I would argue would have like had a good rookie year too was Shayna.
Shayna did
Shane had a
well.
good year. Yeah.
Shayna, like, she literally went from basically not talking and didn't know what to say.
She's gotten a lot better.
She's
Yeah.
her promos are so much better.
She's
Yeah.
come a long way from
And
that
she's
first Mae Young
wrestled
Classic.
so much better. Like
Yeah.
she and her story, like she was booked a lot better on NXT than maybe Ronda was.
Maybe your theory is right. The whole Empire Strikes Back, granted, it may not happen.
Right,
Yeah,
so-
it's bad,
Maybe
but
at
yeah,
the
her
Shakeup.
coming
Maybe
back
at
for
the
Becky
Shakeup.
Lynch.
Maybe at the
Yeah,
Shakeup.
maybe the Shakeup.
And I was going to say one other thing, Tommy. It makes me wonder how many
outside.
of the people complaining were actually watching wrestling back then, because that was
This is true.
that was a while
Yeah.
ago.
This was for Angle more than Lesnar, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But still, it's like I don't know. That's why I kind of hate the internet sometimes. It's like, I mean, I'm glad we're on it, but
the
you know, it's people can be really stupid online, and there are no repercussions. Well,
Yep.
no repercussions.
I will say one final thing. Roddy Piper, you passed on your nickname to someone who's very, very deserving.
Took it seriously
And
too.
Yeah.
if you can find it on his old podcast, Piper's Pit, before he passed away, he did have an interview with Rhonda, and it is amazing. just awesome them talking in general. She was still with UFC at the time, but it was great to hear the two of them share some stories. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
On to some events happening here in town this weekend.
I'm all like-
River City Wrestling is having their 17th anniversary show at Rotama Park, Friday, April 12th at 8 p.m. Main event is Christy James and Scarlett Bordeaux with Barbie Hayden in their corner against Rebel and Katie Forbes with Gail Kim in her corner. Gail will probably be getting involved because she's getting ready to come out of retirement and wrestle Tessa Blanchard later this month, and I'm looking forward to that at Impact
That'll be fun.
Rebellion.
So if you're going to the show to meet Gail, make sure and get in line in front of JC because you won't be able to behind him.
True.
He's gonna run that into the ground.
True
and you know
story.
he's doing-
One time. One time.
and to be honest, I was there. Can't confirm. So
Y'all don't mind.
I wasn't, but I heard it from everyone.
Yes.
And I'm like, would you expect anything else?
Sunday, April 14th at 6 p.m. at Woodlawn Gym. BOW is having a show as well. Victoria
Tommy, you
is
going?
teaming with Taya
yeah, I have
Valkyrie
to. I kind of work there
against Rosemary and Allie.
I'm part of the commentary team for BLW.
Hey, you
Oh.
come see this guy do commentary.
I'm
Come
on,
give him shit.
I'm on the DVDs. So if you order them right now on Amazon.com, hear me and Terry Deppie on commentary
Yeah.
from Brandon Outlaw Wrestling.
So I'm definitely going to try to make it because I know Victoria's retiring. And
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever had a chance to meet her like this.
I actually met her at WrestleCon that one year.
But if not, can you pull any strings? We'll talk later.
Well,
talk
I'll see what I can do.
We'll see if we can negotiate.
Actually, I'm
If not, take your money.
I'm working. I am about to use
Just
all.
record Game of Thrones, bro.
But it's the
I know.
Dude, I'm
Stay
gonna
off of social media.
I'm gonna have to record
You
Game of Thrones
you
too,
did
so.
that during NXT. You just turned the notifications off.
Well,
so
that was
you-
just from the wrestling group.
I know, because we just talk so much shit. As far as our show next week, if we're gonna have one, because we might need a break.
I don't know, yeah, we
after
might
this.
need to break.
If we do have one, we'll probably break down the
It's for
Superstar
Easter weekend,
Shakeup.
so no.
It is Easter weekend, so there's a lot going
Oh
on.
my God! Already, jeez Louise.
Yeah.
Man, that was fast. Okay, yeah.
So if we don't have a show this week, next week, in 2 weeks, we'll be previewing Impact Rebellion, the pay-per-view they have coming up at the end of this month. It's
Yeah.
going to be a really good show. So,
I'm not gonna be on that one.
well, okay, well,
No, I might.
you might.
Or if we don't have a show, I'll just record myself reading old wrestling promos in a serious voice.
Or Scott.
Oh my God!
Or Scott
Oh my
Steiner's
God.
math promo.
How about the Jimmy Fallon thing?
Yeah. Oh my God, that was
Yes.
hilarious.
With the mean kids.
Tonight's show with Jimmy Fallon, wrestlers reading promos written by kids.
They were.
Can they make it sound mean? Yes.
It was so good.
Yes.
I mean,
You know I'm not kidding because I didn't say knock.
knock.
what
That was the best one.
Braun Strowman makes anything sound threatening.
He does.
He could read the ingredients to like a recipe and make you
Yeah.
scared.
Yeah. he could.
For a
Stay golden, pony boy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal your lunchbox and I'm gonna eat your lunch.
I have to read a lot of ingredient stuff having Crohn's disease, so I'd love for him to read those for me. Let me know if it has anything like paprika. You can't eat this.
I hope we can get him on the show one day and tell you what you can't eat.
I know. Contains milk. Don't touch it, JC. All right. Our Twitter account at CCG_WrestleCast.
Your stomach's
Subscribe
gonna
to the
get
Countdown
these
City.
hands.
oh my god.
Stomach's gonna get this shit. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. Subscribe to the Countdown City Geeks YouTube channel for more WrestleCast episodes. Send us an email if you got a comment on WrestleMania any weekend, any of the shows that happen. Some Geekcast news.
I think we're tired.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been a hell of a weekend.
I wish that was my only excuse.
Same.
This Sunday, we got a couple events going on with the Geekcast. We're gonna be part of the San Antonio Assemble event.
He says we, but not us.
No, it's myself, Steady, Rob. I don't know if Jericho can
The
make it.
podcast.
Hopefully me.
Mike may make an
Whoa,
appearance as
whoa,
well. It's a free event at Heroes and Fantasies, 4923 Northwest
Somebody's a
Loop
busy
410.
Oh,
There's going to be some Avengers giveaways there. We'll be there from 12 to 4.
I might try to make that.
Yep. That is
I
again
would, but I have to bring the kids.
Sunday, April
Yeah.
14th.
So I'll be
The
home.
Avengers will watch them.
Yes.
JC will bring me something.
I'll probably bring her something. Also, that evening at Play Live Nation, we are doing a Game of Thrones premiere watch party. Steady is hosting that. So,
Dun, 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 dun,
you
dun,
guys
dun,
sing that.
Dude,
it'll be at Play
Dude.
Live Nation, Calabro Commons location. Go check it
Can
out.
you
House
Can you
Stark.
tell-
Pick
can you
up some
tell-
Game of Thrones Oreos for
Can
me
you
to
tell
be on
that
your way
me and
there.
JC don't watch it?
Sorry.
dude, this is just the month of heartbreaking things I'm gonna watch. It's gonna be this, and then freaking
You know, we got Big Bang Theory going away this year.
Okay,
so.
if we
That's
do
true.
a show before the weekend of the 26th when Endgame comes out, we have to guess how many Starks die that weekend.
I like where your head's at with
I
that.
don't get.
Actually,
I don't get it.
Tony Stark.
Tony
and
Stark,
then
and
in
then
Game
and
of
then
Thrones, one of the
Game of Thrones-
families is called.
Their last name is Stark.
Stark
Oh,
family.
I get it. See, I didn't know that. Don't chastise me. I don't watch Game of
I
Thrones.
don't-
Sorry.
I don't think
we don't
so.
have HBO right now.
None of us said anything, bro.
No, I'm
We were
talking about
just
people
telling-
out there.
okay.
Not
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys. Not
I
you
was
guys.
like, what?
Calm down, Mike.
The internet, man.
Jason,
The
calm
internet.
down.
No, not them. Sorry. I'm just waiting for.
Don't worry, honey, I got your back.
For- That'll get us a lot of views. The angry commenters.
I already ranted on Chicken Wing. I ranted on people giving Zack
Yeah,
Snyder shit
dude.
on the last Geekcast episode. So whatever.
Oh man.
Chicken Wing deserved it.
Somehow we still keep getting fans.
It's awesome. Thank you.
Slowly.
Thank
Thanks,
you for
We made-
subscribing. Thank you for the
subscribing
comments. Yes.
in the
Yeah,
comments.
subscribe.
Thanks,
everybody.
primos.
We love you
We're
guys.
slowly creeping up more and more.
And that is
subscribers.
it. I think we're all gonna go back to sleep. It's been
Yeah.
a long weekend.
I am.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is Tommy.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Good night. That's Mike.
Thanks.
This is my beautiful wife Tina.
Good night.
You gonna snore?
Oh, bye. Yeah.
And I'm JC. Until next time, heels and baby faces. Remember, pro wrestling is real. People are fake.
No bra and bad touch. So if you want to subscribe to the channel, click right here.
And if you want to watch more WrestleCast videos, I got 3 words for you. Click right here.